That's weird. You're weird. You're weird. You have no ammo. Dude, how did I miss? How did I miss? How did I miss? How did I miss? They have full health? Oh no, that was me. Oh my god. They just died to my poison. That katana down. What are you doing? What are you doing with a katana? What are you doing with a katana? Why are you trying to do something with a katana? No.
Someone just reckon I'll put the body count out there.
Got to down this drink I've got. In over me. Got to, I've got. My plan would be to get rid of one of them, and then I kill the other two. You missed half the combo. Where's this shooting range I'm walking into? You see this? All right, we should be on the way back. What the hell, man? Oi, oi, oi. My, you can hear me? We're okay audio-wise? I see we're on a black screen. That will fix in a second when we're in game. We're on the way back. I might need to refresh chats and stuff. Hopefully I sound okay. Find the stream for the chat. Oi, oi, oi. Dude, my, oh no. Muted? Are you kidding me? Oh, yes, you are, I guess. What the hell? The restart, well, I loaded into Hunt, and all my USBs crashed. So I couldn't use my mouse or my keyboard, and then the mic crashed. So then I did a quick restart, and it was fine. And then my audio driver wouldn't install. Like, I guess my audio driver just got, like, corrupt or something. So I had to restart, uninstall, reinstall, reboot. And then it wouldn't root properly because I've scuffed rooting for my audio and it just wouldn't work correctly. But we got it working. We're back. What the hell, man? Because I'm rooting it through like 3 different apps as well to even get to OBS. So usually it's fine. It's just the Elgato driver kind of ruined everything. And I just couldn't. First of all, the Elgato driver wouldn't like repair itself. And then it wouldn't uninstall or reinstall. And then when it did, it just wouldn't root properly. Ugh. But we're good. We're good. We're back. We're here. I just didn't want to go starting stream. Like, I would have liked to start to keep you guys on BRB. But if I couldn't fix the mic, or if I had to reboot, I didn't want to keep restarting, stopping, restarting, stopping. But sorry about that. We're good. We're back. We're here. That shouldn't happen again, in theory. Don't know why it happened the first time. But I've got it routing from Elgato to a software, like an audio thing, and then from there to NVIDIA Broadcast, and then from there into Hunt, into OBS. Sometimes the audio can be a pain, like it kept just maxing out the level or wouldn't quite root properly. But everything should be as it was previously. Holy moly. Let's play some Hunt. Everything was going so fine. I was scared my PC was like starting to melt or something. All I wanted to do was one reboot because dude, I've never had that before with stream limiting to 480p. I don't get why. Like, I don't know what I could have done to change that. I think a restart in OBS would have fixed it, but that's when my audio driver crashed. So I then had to deal with that. Bees! Attacking me's! Oh. Get out of here. You out of here? Oh, well, there you go. Sometimes they just run into your bullets. It's so nice. It's so nice when people do that. So I can't be bothered to aim. You kidding me? Hey, you guys for sticking around. Sorry that was a bit scuffed. Please, though, let me know if something bad happens in that sense of lag or weirdo 480p and stuff. Dude, how can I be streaming at 2K and not 1080 or 720 even? If it was 720, that might have been fine. But Toe, what the hell? With the 3 subs? Oh, I'm glad my alerts are working. I had to pause them because of mischievous mudbunk. I'm glad they're working. Thank you for the subs. We hit Greeny. Greeny's awesome. We met them in game the other day. They were so nice. Julie God, I don't know if they're recent, right? Like they recently followed you, I think. I think I know them from your side. Song reaction, we can do that after this game. Where's the glue? Yeah. I thought I recognized them a little bit. God, I'm a little bit laggy over here. There's a lot going down. We'll hit the middle and see what happens. Water plucks. Oh, we'll go to a water pluck. It's nice and warm, so that would be quite refreshing, I imagine. Don't leave again. Oh, I mean, hey, I'll try not to, but also I cannot. Is subjugate the right word? I cannot subjugate you guys to a 480p stream. That is obscene. I would rather not stream than be giving you 480 right there. That's crazy. 2K or 480, that's the choice. Ridiculous. Wait, what? 180 looks like 480. Greeny! We were just talking about you. Toe gifted the sub. Toenail Snentron. Hope you're doing good, Greeny. This guy's crazy. Pioneers 480s, 1080. Are you crazy? Hey, also, I think Twitch have upped the bitrate, so the 2K and the 1080 should all look a little bit better. Also, I believe everybody has 2K capability now. It's no longer just a beta. Everyone has access to streaming to 2K. So you'll probably see a bunch more of the streams around if you have a 2K capable device. Yeah, there's someone way over that way. Let's see what happens. Of course, Greeny. I couldn't even imagine a bad thing anyone would have to say about you. You kidding me? You kidding me? Ain't no way, Chief. Do you have access to... I don't know. I don't know what Twitch would scale it into. You could definitely get to 1080, but it might look a bit weird with that scaling. I don't know. Snow trial the same as USA, UK. Yeah. I don't know what else it could mean. Although I haven't actually heard that term in a very long time. Have you figured out what size of your monitor is? Toe's resolution is a resolution I've never heard in my life of any monitor ever. I'm so confused. Yeah, now it's gonna show up in like the song Joe Sent's probably gonna have it. It's gonna come up everywhere. Where are these people, man? I was promised people. Le pig de pineapple, ¿cómo estás? Oh god, what's the reply to ¿cómo estás? I keep wanting to say mi amo, but that's my name. Muy bien? Dude, whatever. I give up. I want to be where the people are. Isn't that a Frozen song? I want to be where the people are. Little Mermaid. You know what? I've never seen The Little Mermaid. How about that? I've been on the Little Mermaid ride in Disneyland. Slow-moving clamshell. That's as close as I've got to the Mermaid. 31. Okay, so we have the same size monitor. We have the same size monitor. I think mine's a 32. I don't think I'd want to go higher than 32. 32 is pretty big. I don't think I could deal with a big... my eyes aren't big enough. Is that 720? No way, Joe. Toe has an insane resolution. Just numbers I've never come across in my life. I guess it's a multiple of 720. It could be, right? Toe's resolution is a mystery. I've just never heard of a device with that resolution in my life. That's always why it makes me laugh. Just saying these cursed numbers. Toe stream, I think Toe streams at 720. But I don't know what the monitor resolution is likely more. A lot of people stream Hunt at 900p because they're trying to balance the bit rate to the quality. But we've done all of this. We've tried all of these different resolutions and bit rates and streaming it with everything different, and I've never noticed enough of a difference. For me, the 1082K is the best from my testing. Hunt's just not the best to be streamed on Twitch. Really? Everyone should go to YouTube and watch for the best quality. On YouTube, legit, the quality's so much better, but you're on YouTube, so unlucky. All your stuff's default? Yeah, leaving it default's fine. Also. But I remember I spent so long looking at all of these little bits, trying to get the absolute best possible, and it just realistically didn't make a difference. Twitch is such a limited bit rate that it just doesn't really matter. Like, all these little changes I was doing, all this effort I was putting it in, all this stuff, it was just, it didn't really equate to much. Bitrate is limited to 6K for everybody, so no matter what you change, that's what you're doing. I absolutely read YouTube chat. We get Satish in there, or Safish, at the very least. What a legend! Pixar's got, yeah. So Toe is in between 720 and 960 with a 7. Oh, it's fine. They won't ever kill me twice. They killed me twice. What a legend! Bomb Lance Crocodile. Yeah, I've just never heard that resolution. I didn't even know it could exist. I think though monitor is a very nice upgrade, but it's definitely it's not the craziest. Although, out of everything you can upgrade on your PC, I think monitor probably is the most noticeable. But of course. But it is mind blowing going to a new monitor. It feels insane, but it's not like necessary at all. But it's a very nice, like it's like a cherry on top or a bow on the present or something. Like it's a very nice finale. I mean, it's no different if you just turn the stream down to 720, right? That's basically what it is. Like, it's still very playable. You can still see everything completely fine. I had a look recently at monitors for like OLEDs, but I'm not using an OLED. I think mine's like an MSI one. QLED TV. I think I'm dealing with MSI 32 monitor gaming. I'll probably be able to find it. Gagaming. Mine is maybe this one, you know, just something like this. Just a curved, tiny bit curved, 32-inch, because I don't think I'd want to go higher. Yeah, I think I have this one. The Mag 32. I like it, but it's a bit dark at times. Yeah, it's a tiny bit curved. Why? I couldn't tell you why. But it takes up a bit less room when it's curved, I think. Your eyes don't have to move as much. But yeah, I think 32 is decent. And I wouldn't want to go to 4K because 4K is so hard to run. I think 4K is really awkward. Like so many games would run less or worse. So I'm okay for 2K. I'm okay with something like this. Kind of more immersive. Yeah, I think honestly, I don't notice it. I don't see it. I don't think it matters on a 32-inch at all. But I think when you get to the bigger ones, then it absolutely makes, you know, a significant difference, I reckon. But who the hell's gaming on on something like that? You know, there's no way, bro. I couldn't do that. I actually have a really big monitor on my second one's really big, but I can't game on that. Let me see quick. Yeah, I have a few monitors. I have a really big one on my left, and then I have two square ones on the sides. Or like side and up. I would go I think 27 or 32 are my favorite sizes for monitors. I think 32 is nicer for me. It's personal preference. It's kind of what you prefer. Maybe you prefer a really big, long, crazy one. Oh yeah, your song. Next queue. Sorry, we got monitor talk. Let me get it open though, ready. So we'll have it. Oh, okay. No, we'll watch it now then. If you got other stuff to do. What was it called? Water park song. What was it? We'll watch this until Joe sends me it. Hopefully we don't get YouTube banned. Funeral Grey. Well, we'll listen to... What is this song? Is this a good song? That's not a good song. Thank you for the redeem. I glad to. Sometimes it's nice to rediscover a band that you already know, because I wouldn't have known them, you know. But now that makes sense. Printer? Whoa! You get a printer or a 3D printer or what is this? Or just a normal printer? You must have so many. You have like a scanner, a printer, a new monitor. Like, you know, I reckon. So Toe must have like one of the first 32-inch screens, surely, right? Like Toe must have a really early 32 one. I imagine if it's a resolution that doesn't like exist anymore. Oh. The Jimmo. Oh, maybe a TV. Of course. Could be. Abadabadoo, yabadabadoo, abadabadon. How do you do? We're doing alright, man. We've had some crazy technical issues, so it's a bit weird finding the rhythm again. But I think we're slowly getting there. You only have a scanner. Well, I mean, you're going to get a printer and a well, potentially a printer and a monitor. But yeah, I think monitor would be a nice get. And you can always then use your other one. Then you'd have 3 monitors, you know? Easy. I'm dealing with 4 monitors at the moment. Yeah. I don't think I could go down. I would need a minimum of 2. I think 3 is the sweet spot. 4 is a bit unnecessary, but I really like having 4. But it's because whenever I buy a new monitor, I've got a spare monitor, so I might as well use it. No, I mean, you're gonna be like 0.5 off, if anything. You're fine. Like, it's a 32. That's fine. Like, I'm sure you weren't that wrong when you measured it. You got a brother printer. It's been really good. I've never, I feel like, I hate printers. Let's put it that way. Printers are annoying. My first ever job, my first IT job was in a company that deals with printers. So my first experience of that is fixing Xerox and Ricoh printers. You almost got like a full cosplay set up there, though. They made you hate it? No, I don't know, man. I think printers are just temperamental as a species. I think I would have hated printers, whatever. Ooh, Nelly. I hope they can wake up. I don't know if there's a teammate or not. Surely you would have rezzed the teammate, right? Could have been 2 solos. Looks like could have been a teammate. Maybe he's waiting to kill the boss for the res. Do it safely. Assassino! I can't see! Beautiful. Yeah, dude, a new monitor is like wearing glasses. It's the equivalent of wearing glasses. You'll be able to like see clearly for the first time, but like not even realizing you're not seeing clearly. It's pretty nice. It'll feel weird as well. You know what? This monitor actually gave me a headache when I first got it. It probably took me a couple of days to adjust, but I'd get really bad headaches the first few times. I don't know if that was a me thing or it was a monitor thing, but it's completely fine now. Now I get a headache if I use like a different monitor. I guess you just kind of get used to it and your eyes start like expecting whatever's happening. Still need to kill one more bait. One more bait. When's the dev stream? The dev stream is in 2 hours. Coming by quick. How has anyone gone from 2K to 4K? How is the difference? Is it crazy? Is it significant? Like, would you recommend going from 2K to 4K or from or 2K is fine and go to like OLED instead? Like, what makes the bigger difference? I don't know. I don't think I need a monitor upgrade. Gotta have room for another spare one. I think 2K is a very nice balance of you get good quality and you can still run everything completely fine. I think when you're at 4K, it might look amazing, but it's a bit tougher to run, right? You're doubling the pixels. No one's picked up this bounty. Yeah, 4K is really pretty, but you need a beast and a monster to run it. Probably it does. I have heard DLSS is only even like worth doing when you're running these higher resolutions, but realistically, you're gonna be running 4K, but you're gonna be like pumping out 2K, right? Or running 2K but pumping out 4K. So it's still more taxing than a 2K, just but less so. Not that this might not make sense to a lot of people. I would always recommend 2K, but I've not used a 4K, so maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm missing out here. Maybe I'm missing something. Dude, I haven't even been to this fort before. What the hell? This is awesome. I'm very confused at it. Look at this bridge. There's an entire bridge here. Oh, what was that they just loaded? Yeah, I don't know if I've been to this fort yet. This might be my favorite one. Hello? They leaving? I don't know what to do. Oh. Oof. They were just standing. What a power stance. What a power move. Holy moly. What a beast. Oh, they stole my sword. They stole me sword. All right. We were destined to fail that one, I reckon. GG. They might have even done it by accident. But also, I have a cool skin, so they might just want the skin. I stole people's sabers when they had the skin, absolutely. It's a pretty one. This is a blue one. One in the battle pass. Like here. It's a pretty. Honestly, I think the battle pass is worth it for this skin alone. I think they've done a pretty good job with a lot of the skins. And the charms. Honestly, I really like the charms. The ammo box is whatever. Like, it looks fancy, but I don't really care about this too much. The animations are kind of cool. Not that I really care about the animations, but they're still pretty cool. I think the gun skins are pretty. This one's a bit whatever. This is really cool. This machete, if you ever use this, is awesome. I don't hate this style. That's pretty cool. This is very fancy. I like this one a lot. I even like the shots. I think the shots are pretty cool. This is pretty. And you know what? I even like this. I think they did okay. And we're going to find out, I guess, an hour or two of the live stream today. Let's see what else they're adding. All right. We need to kill one more bear. And that's my only goal for today. We'll unlock this. Maybe we'll get this today. I don't like this skin so much. This is a bit too, like, American. Like an American carnival or whatever. State fair type thing. Not my favorite vibe. We're almost at 800 dinger kills. We need 40 more. Something like this. Has there, there's news about the new GTA, right? The price of it. Am I right that it's like over $100? But in the UK, it's crazy cheap. In the UK, it's like £60, and everywhere else, it's like $120. Is that right? I haven't really looked into it, but I've seen a couple of posts. I don't really read them properly, but it sounds like there's a thing at the moment. It's like double or triple the price in other currencies for some reason. Maybe it's a mistake, but I have seen some hubbub around about it. What a day so far, eh? What a day. What a technical bumbo type of day. It all began with the internet dropping. Just go to pitching. Ba 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 ba. Where are we, should be good. Oh, there be a man behind us. That guy heard me hot making. Probably. Where you at? Reminder to please go and vote in my Discord for the screenshot competition if you haven't. I mean, I have to, but if you want to go look at some pretty hunt pictures, head on into the Discord, vote for your favorite, and you'll be making a winner. We'll close it like today or tomorrow, depending on when I can be bothered. So there's only a day or two left to vote. Little lag. Price looks like it's 80 and 100. Oh, okay. So it's not. Which, dude, that's actually insane. Then is that the new price of games now? $100 to buy a game? That ain't right. That ain't right. I remember games used to be £30. When I was younger, a game was about £30. And then they kept going up and up and up. I think a game now is like £60, right? $80. And then with GTA, it could end up being like 90. It's tough because how do you value your time in that sense? Like, because there are games out there that you spend 40 on, and you can play it for thousands of hours. There's games you can spend 20 on where you pay thousands of hours, and there's games when you can spend hundreds on and play it for, like, it's so hard to just figure out what's worth the money. GTA is a game with easily hundreds of hours, easily. Quality story, quality game, infinite online experience. But is it worth a hundo when you could get the same amount of enjoyment for not even a quarter of the cost? Yeah, absolutely. But the issue, GTA never goes on sale, right? Like, barely. It's kind of like COD. These games don't really decrease. They've started to go on sale more recently, yeah. But I remember before I was trying to buy one of the old CODs and it was like still release price. It was ridiculous. But also, GTA won't be on PC for a while. That's just the PlayStation price. For now. But for now. Got a machine gun here. Oh. My bad. Let's get that regen cooking. They're just inside, right? At least two. Not very good to miss that, is it? Hurry up. Oh, he's way away. We flashed him. Did I kill him with a flashbang? Really? I think I killed him with a flash. I think someone else hit him with like a sparks. Oh god. He got me. But he is bleeding. He has to stop his bleeding.
Oh, there to you.
Did you say how dare you? He was still bleeding. He didn't stop it. What a crazy gamer. Right, you took all the cats. We gotta reload. He said, how dare you? Or how dare you? Or something. Whatever. Give me the bounty. Who did I kill with the flash then? I didn't see the other body. Maybe I didn't. Who knows, bros? Can I get necromantic, please? We got people coming. That's dork sight. That's an antidote. That's money. Alright, we got two boys. Coming in hard. I'll be taking that like very much. I guess we're going up top. Didn't mean to, but we're here now. Okay. Just two, that's it. One's right down here. Should be able to see him, no? One's there, one's there. I'm being sniped by the tower, aren't I? There's someone here, huh? There's someone in there. What the hell? Got a crazy sniper. Go for this guy and just hope we win. They're coming at the same time. It's crazy. Oh, what a shot. Good shot. I've really definitely I'm similar. I see AAA games are just, for what they are, they're not worth it. They're really not. When you can buy Claire Obscure for £30. If it's a series you love or whatever, then sure, you know, that kind of makes sense. But a gamble on a new AAA game probably isn't going to pay off as much as 2 indie games would. Yeah, I'll probably check out the new God of War whenever that comes to PC. That one I can probably accept being that price, but otherwise, I don't know, man. You could buy 2 or 3 easily indie games and have such a better experience, more playtime, more enjoyment, probably better made. Especially if they're going to start costing $100. That ain't cool, man. Definitely depends on the game and the company and all that good stuff. There are some that are worth it. But what are you saying is worth it, you know? How much is Hunt? $25. Crazy cheap. 2 friends recommend against this. Why? What happened? Why did my friends not like this game? Yeah, there's a dev stream in an hour and a half. We'll be watching it. One and a half hours. They're going to be showing us about the new, all the new stuff I get. I mean, dude, they're doing a dev stream, so it's going to be like, what, an hour and a half at least of content? Who knows what else they're going to add? There's no way it's just this new system. There's no way it's just for this cargo, right? It's going to be, I reckon they're going to give us some surprises and potentially drops. I don't believe so, but I'm hearing whispers and ruminations that drops might be coming soon. But I couldn't confirm or deny this. I don't know anything, you know. I'm just hearing people speculating. But maybe. Yeah, new DLC, new story challenge, corrupted cargo, maybe some balancing. Maybe they might discuss some of the new forts, but probably not. There must be something else there. I don't know. There's no way you could stretch that out to be 2 hours. Although, they could. Gold weapon crates, flamethrower crates, flamethrower. We'll see. I doubt it. I've said this event's my favorite event, right? Like I said, this is the best hunt event they've ever done. If they add flamethrowers, it's confirmed the best. Oh no. I only just saved that bar. That's crazy. How spooky. Hope there's no fire zombies around. water waste. Hey, does a clue restore charcoal? Do we know this? I would imagine it doesn't. Let's find out. Nope. It does get rid of poison though, but it doesn't get rid of charcoal. Just done it. Right. We'll go to the middle place. The fort thing. Fort thing. Hey dogs. What's up, dog? Goodbye, dog. No dogs allowed. This is the one no one comes to, isn't it? This one's usually pretty chill. Nobody wants to come play when the fort's over here. Speaking of coming to play, Mr. Iceman's come to play. Yo, 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 what's up, man? How you doing? What were you guys up to today? You guys had a good stream? We have had a rough stream, technically wise, to be honest. We had to, we lost internet at one point. We had to restart the PC. My audio driver uninstalled itself. We only could stream at 480p. It's been a roughie, but I think we're stable for now. Although I shouldn't have said that. Hope you guys are good. Hope you guys had a good time. We are shielding with some hunt. We're going to watch the dev stream in an hour and a half. See what all this new stuff is all about. Excited to see what they got in store for us. Could be good. Find myself some health. Steal all these shots before anyone comes and gets it. I'll be Vit shots. What the hell? I ain't needing these. 2. Is that it? Kind of a scam. Someone's really close. Oh, you can hear them. Is that them? Little creepy. Little creepy. Hit you. You running? Oh. Oh. Never mind. Sorry, Ahmed. My apologies. You're not a man. Let's go grab another 4-shot. Oh, we can. Boop. And judgment. After... Guess we have to get rid of a flashbang. Bye-bye! Oh, that's not how that works. Whatever, man. This has been an entire game of wrong choices. Decisions. Wasted a sun card. We got 40 minutes of regen, though. Quite nice. And now we get to go fight over here. One down. Me down. Can't move. Grab the bounty in a bit. Sun card has how long on it? Oh, dude, I doubled the sun. I didn't realize. I've got 2 minutes of the sun card. And it doesn't matter because we're dead immediately. They're burning me. kind of want them to leave. He's been hit. We wake up. Easy. No. Get up. Boom. Get up. Boom. Get up. Boom. Give me that necromancer. And we got someone else over yonder, but I don't see them. We still have 1 minute 40 of the sun. I can't believe I accidentally doubled my sun card. Kind of awesome. Running away. I can go get the bounty. We still have necromancer. We shielding. We being shielding. A bounty, 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 bounty. Clear all the way here, but not over there. Shall we go fight the sniper? Oi! Oh my god. There's 2 of them. Risky dark sight. Hang on. Is it risky? Yep. I really want the loot. I really want the loot. What gun is that, dude? It's shooting so fast. I know it's 2 people, but one of them shoots really quick. Marathon? I'm back. Okay, we hit that guy. Where is the other one? On there. We're gonna have to close the gap. Sorry, buddy. We won't be able to loot today. They must be friends. They must be together. Just track this guy. Someone's behind us. Whoa, buddy. That's a lot of someone's. What the hell? What do I even do? We have to kill this guy. Or it's doomed. Let's hope they have a shotgun. Nice. We're coming! Woo! Good play. Good play. What the hell's going on there? Trio. Solo. Duo. Oh, my saber! That's about it. That's the duo who was sniping at me. Dude, one of them was a level 11. What the hell? They had such good shots for that. That's incredible. That's the guy I speared. Is there a trio? Or is it just... No. GG. GG. Fair enough. That was a fun one. Thanks to Empress. We go again. We got 4 kills. Okay. Give me 1 sec. Load in.
There's multiple red barrels here. I do expect one of these to lead to my demise.
Who is Bill?
Thank you.
Why do they have fire everything?
Yeah. I just killed someone here.
Is a dog.
There's so much happening in here. Oh my goodness. I'm running in, dude. I'm going crazy. When I die, Alicia, it's all on you.
Oh,
Grab the
great.
bounty. Oh, no way. No. 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 I'm out. I can't play Hunt anymore. I am not playing Hunt.
I just killed 7 people.
What the fuck?
Hey, buddy. What are you doing here? Hang on. Hello. You've come to the tree forest. What gifts can I give you in the forest? There are many magical things in the forest. Do you want to know some of them? Some of them are trees. Some of them are leaves. Some of them are the birds on the trees. And some of them are me. My guy. Okay, that'll do. Bye,
Yeah, I think it's the same with like in alcohol or anything in the wind. Like they will feel it straight away. You died to scrappy.
No, I would never die to Scrapbeak. I died to his. Oh, I didn't manage it.
Whoa.
I thought a grunt killed me. No, I died to Scrapbeak.
Everyone needing those channel points. I'm cool with it. Wait, are they gonna try shoot over to you? Wait, they're still talking to you. They're shouting out Helen.
Get back to your post.
One of them's like, Helena, I miss you, and the other guy's like, get back to your post.
That crispy moon up there just reminds me of you.
We've been at sea so long.
The crispy moon up there reminds me of you.
Helena,
Helena, they're talking about you still.
I've not had the,
almost back at shore.
not had the lovely female touching God knows how long.
Dude, you guys need to clip some of this, please.
I
need to listen to this.
Have I met you
Oh my
before?
god.
Helen, if you can hear me.
Sea shanty.
I don't want to come back over. I feel like they missed me.
And hopefully, not black screen.
Alright. We are just loading in. And we are ready for a game. That game was a bunch of solos, though. It was like a couple teams. We'll see what we're dealing with. 1 hour till the dev stream. I'm so interested in what else they're gonna announce. Hunt 2. I've also heard Hunger might be doing a playtest sometime soon, so keep your eyes peeled for that. Although, I don't know how I feel about Hunger. I feel they kind of, it seems like they're taking everything so seriously. Like, just the little bits I've heard of that game, the devs, like everyone just seems so like, I don't know. There seems to be no like personal touch, no one nice. It's just very serious. I think Hunger's going to be a very like Tarkov-y type game. It doesn't really have any like fun and whimsy. But we'll see. Hopefully we are allowed to do the playtest whenever, or if it's even happening. Alright, let's go to our machine, George. George. See if he has any treats for us, Mr. George. Or a spawn fight. We haven't had any spawn fights today, so probably not. But you never know. Lantern, please, please, please. Is that gonna work? We're sneaking, we're sneaking. When was the last time you got a lantern kill? Oh, you can't even punch with the lantern. What the hell? Huh. Bomb lance? Nah, there would never be a bomb lance around here. Not these games, not these days. We'll go Split River, and then, I don't know, maybe La Plata after. Because that's where the middle's at. Maybe we'll just head that way anyway. Come on, Heavy Rain. Quickly. Me bars. Hey, it's down there. Beautiful. That's exactly where we're going. Not through the mines, 'cause I think it's quicker. Just go dead ahead. Quiet doggies, we're running here. We'll probably sneak in a 4-shot boon at the medic tent. If we've got room for a 4-shot boon. Birdie, birdie. Good screenshot right there. Traps, 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 twap, twap, twaps, twaps, twaps. There it is. They're flashed. I really, really want to trap this guy's body. Really bad. Use your own traps against you, you villain. Dark Dino Satchel type of dude. Let's really hope he doesn't wake up right now, okay? How do you do these? How do you do this? Run! Okay. Holy moly. I hope that works. Oh my god, holy stamina. Incredible. I got so much. Aw. Oh man. I need to like, please don't wake up. Please don't wake up. Please don't wake up. Please don't wake up. Okay, you can wake up anytime now. See ya. actually going to be able to get right up to this place because of the rain. And the rain stops. If we hear a big boom, it means we get a kill. Pancake! Uh-oh. I need to get my spear back in this case. Pancake's crazy, bro. They're gonna roll us. Definitely they would have scanned me. Oh, we've scared a lot of zombies. They have barrel traps. I don't care. Oh, I need to get out of here. Reload, run away. What is this fireworks show? I love it. I need to get my my charcoal back. How can I make that happen? I don't think I can. Watch this. We do this, and now they're gonna peek over, and we just run straight in. Easy win. She destroyed me. Gonna wake up, and I'm not gonna care. Ah, I can escape. What the hell? With nothing? What did she use? I don't know. GG's. Look at this. What the hell? That's so sneaky. Look at this sneaky team. That looks so funny. What? They're playing in another planet. What is this tactic? Watching a whole trio sneak like that is very funny. What are they so scared of? Huh? They're terrified of something. Oh, dude, Pancake's getting out there with all the money. I don't know if they have a chariot. God damn. Pancake is a beast. Jinkies. What a crazy cat. Okay. Haji, hello. How you doing, man? We've had a rough stream today, but I think it's got okay now. Stabilized a bit. I heard the war dogs or whatever, they've like closed sign-ups or something, and they've sent out all the applications and stuff. But also Hunger might be having a playtest, I've heard. Which I'm not in, but I've applied for it however you can. I don't even know if you can. I hope I've applied for it. I would love to see that game, but it's whatever. Oh, we're not queuing. I've done that so many times today. Still need to find a base somewhere. War Dogs, PUBG. What's the PUBG one? Kingmakers. Is that the one where you're in like a shotgun in like a medieval battle? Or is that one? Dude, what happened to battle royales? Battle royales are out and extraction is in. BRs were fun. I don't know where they've all gone. I mean, I guess Fortnite still exists. And Apex. It is. I didn't even know that game was having playtests. I think I've got it on my wish list, but that would be a weird one to playtest, I feel like. Kingmaker. Coming soon. Yeah, you get like machine guns. Definitely curious. We'll have to see what this ends up being. I saw Sand came out. If it was cheaper, maybe, but this game seems interesting. It's kind of Sea of Thieves style, almost, but you get to make your own like thing, your own sandcrawler, and then you go attacking people in like sandcrawler v sandcrawler gameplay. It's like 15, but that's with 20% off is 15. You know, like one of you's the driver, one of you's on the cannons, loading each one. You're attacking the other one. You get to build custom, like however, like this, you know. Yeah, I feel like there's gonna absolutely be a meta, and if you don't have the meta tank, you are doomed. I would build some crazy looking stuff though. That could be quite fun. I think this game needs a free weekend. Then that's how I could tell. Cool idea, but where do I fit this in, you know? Reminds me of a Dooney. Yeah, because you can specify where your ladders are at. You just build one ladder and one shotgun easy. Unless they give you like grappling hooks or zip lines or whatever. Who knows? Holy moly. I'm losing so much money in the video game Hunt Showdown. It's crazy. I need this corrupted cargo to be money. I need it to be like 1k, bro. I need this money. Please. They're gonna be bankrupt in no time. Queuing is taking forever. Holy moly. I think I played one of the betas, but that was a long time ago. Oh, also, we're probably going to be playing Mecha Chameleon this weekend, either Friday or Saturday, depending when people can do, I guess. We'll probably be spinning that up. We did it last weekend, and it was pretty fun. I think weekend is usually a bit easier to make work for people. No way. God Reggie immediately. What the hell? Why? It's not fair. Let's go. I haven't found one this event yet. My last one was... Dude, I found a gold Reggie at the start of last event and at the end of the last event. One to open it, one to close it. And never since. Never before, never since. Two only. That a clue? Yeah, there is a new story challenge, more than likely. Very soon. Although I'm pretty sure they said there was a free one, but I think that one's already come out, right? The like the intro to Hunt one. I think that's already out. Oh, the middle. Caged Boston. Delicious. For our starters, we will have a regeneration shot. For our main, a stamina shot. And for dessert, a stamina shot. And for second dessert, oh, never mind. Never mind. Oh, hey, I need this bear. I need that bear. Yeah, there were 2 new ones. There was a spear skin with one of them. The free one drops the next ones. I think there's going to be a story and a DLC. I reckon that's what they're going to announce today, which we're going to watch in 1 hour. We'll be watching the dev live stream. What's up, Pumpkin? Yeah. I reckon the... Because one of them's a bit more like... One of them's a bit more edgy and military, and one of them is a bit more like wild, kind of out there. I reckon the wild out there is the DLC, and the like military looking one is gonna be the story. Like one has like horns, I'm pretty sure, and a spear skin. One has a spear skin and one has a sniper, I think. We'll see though. We don't even have long to wait for it. Let's go to the middle. I'm more interested in the fight over here. I'm curious. The only thing now I'm curious for this corrupted cargo is what the rewards are going to be. Is it going to be a ton of hunt dollars? Is it going to be a ton of custom ammo? Is it going to be a flamethrower, like a shredder? Is it going to be scarce weapons? Is it going to be 1,000 hunt dollars? Is it going to be blood bonds? Is it just going to be a bounty? Or like extracting trait points? Who knows? There's somebody. I've lost them. Oh, it's a whole team. Probably best to leave these guys, actually. You think Dark Tribute? Oh, so like you could be getting a hunter slot from it, you think? Or like a loadout slot, like big stuff. Bad hand. Everyone gets the balloon bad hand. Yeah, I could see that. Do you think it's gonna be like if let's say it's 1k hunt dollars, right? You use the balloon, you have 1k hunt dollars. I reckon you still have to extract to actually get them in your bank account. I don't think you're gonna be able to just have it straight up. I think you still might have to extract to get the rewards. I don't know. Play a baby game, Kati, if you've got any like really lightweight games like The King is Watching or Ship of Fools, any like Binding of Isaac, you know, like these little tiny baby games. You don't think it'll be more than 400? Per crate. Yeah, 500 per crate. I reckon, but you could stick 2 crates in there. 3 crates in there. Ah. The hell? Was that... Do you think that was an accidental shot at me? Ah! It's Pancake again! They've killed me twice now. Just stick with regular crates and they become corrupted and you lose half? No, I think there's going to be specifically corrupted crates. I reckon there's going to be very... Well, you can get 250 ones. The worn ones are 100. The normal ones are 250. And then The corrupted ones, yeah, could be 500 per crate. I could see that. Hoping she leaves. You never seen a normal one? Yeah, you can get 250 from not worn. Oh, she's burning me. Oh, she missed. No, she didn't. What a crazy delayed burn. Let's wake up. How do you... Can you not climb up?
We don't gotta do this!
Okay. You've already killed me twice. It's scary, man. Ugh.
It is, I'm very...
I hit a toe. The toe! The toe! Who's even left? We got another solo rolling up. A duo. What the hell? That guy had friends? Dude, Hunt is so weird lately, and I love it. It's amazing. Third crate in the northeast fort. Well, at least I think 2 can spawn in the fort. At least. Some can spawn in the tents. Some can spawn in the trenches. They can spawn anywhere. Let's equip that new banner. Oh, where is the new one? This one. What one do I have at the moment? This one. What one do we prefer? I think I prefer this one, honestly. But this is new, so we could use this for a sec. Nah, I prefer this one. "45 minutes till the dev stream, if they're on time." Oi, oi, oi. I haven't extracted with a cargo crate since the first day of this event. I keep forgetting they exist. And then I remember and it's too late. I don't know. I think they're fun though. I really like that they're in the game. But I forget. It's just like an extra step. Normally I'm not going to the fort and then extracting. I'm going to the fort and then finding the boss and then extracting. It'd be nice if you could store it in on your back. If you have like, I don't know, 2 spare slots. Dude, I would hate you if we met and we kept being friends. I so much prefer when we actually get to fight people in Hunt. It's why we're playing. The most annoying thing, and you know, I'm totally fine to be friends, but it's so annoying when people just every game is just you and the other guy, and just every game you're friends. Then we're just running and for no reason, you know. I'd much rather fight. It's a respect thing? If I respect you, I'm trying to kill you. Okay, so if ever we do a team up, I'll take that as shade. If ever... Although, I will say, I think I could have killed you, I'm not sure. And then you were like, we don't have to do this. And then I backed down. I put the spear away. I was like, oh, are we friends? And then you came around shooting. I was like, okay, we're clearly not friends. That's the only bit, but I'm very, easily, whatever the word is, the second someone says stop or friends, I will stop, even if they don't like mean it or they still shoot me, like I'm very quick to live, to let someone live, for better and for worse. or naive, stupid. There's another word. Whatever, it doesn't matter. But yeah, I very much, if it's someone we know, I can always get confused with if they actually want to fight. And like, I do it with Toe all the time. Toe always wants to fight. But I always am like, are we friends? And we never are. And I need to just drill it in that we're not, but... Like I said, I prefer fighting. I don't mind, like, if we're solo, you know, if there's one kill gone away, then we can GG get up and that's fine. I don't mind that as much, but I always like at least going for a one kill. Because also, dude, some of the most fun fights in this game are with people we know. I've always said it, whenever we run into you, it's always the most fun fights. Like, why would we not want the fun fights, you know? Alright, we're chilling. I can be a good shot, and I can also be, terrible. I either hit the craziest shots or nothing. And it's the bane of my hunt existence. I can never say I'm good at hunt, because it depends on the wind. And I am the same with every game for that. I can hit the craziest spear and then die to just level 1. That's why I love hunt. Oop. I'm really looking forward to this dev stream soon. I want to find out what this cargo is all about. I think it's going to lead to some incredible fights in the fort. I can't wait. The fort's already a hotspot. I'm getting so many games where it's just the entire servers at the fort. It's beautiful. And they're going to give us this new balloon situation. You did the shotgun? I was wondering why there was... I think I've seen you like in 2-3 games. But it makes sense. I had to use the officer earlier. Oh. Happy challenge day. That's why I'm seeing everybody use poison ammo. Right, we take this and then we go to the tent. I get a 4-shot and we'll see what's up. What are we dealing with here? Probably no enemies. No one ever comes to this fort. I'll take the devil. Oh, take the devil. How do you buy the 4-shot? Okay. Just get really, really close. And then we grab chariot. And somewhere around here is the map. There. I always miss it. Alright. Enjoy your locked-in gaming day. We have been terrible today. We've had a rough day all around. Rough hunts. Rough stream. But this is where we turn it around. This guy doesn't even know that I'm coming to find him. Oh! He got out the beetle! It's okay. We got this. Ugh! Zombie! Beetle! Ugh! What the hell? Ah! We're so dead! Oh, we're alive! What the hell, man? How are you supposed to win like this? In these conditions? Is that a gar as well? Are they a gar? No. No? They are! Oh my god! A twin! Ew! That's my tactic. Bruh. Oh, damn. Guy's chilling in there. Absolutely chilling in there. That's crazy. Oy, oy, oy. I love how weird Hunt is today. Oh. This event has definitely led to the weirdest games of Hunt we've ever had. What the hell? Let's get that Crytek stream up so we don't have to load it up. Twitch! Gonna be Crytek.
If you ever go keeper first, it just gives your next two are stinkers, guaranteed.
Do they have ads? Probably not, right? I guess we'll see. I don't remember ads. I don't know if we usually watch on YouTube or not. Let's get in there. Do we need the bear or we did the bear? We did it. Beautiful. I love how the difference of this event to last event, even with challenges. I've actually finished them this time. Like on day one. See these stats, see what's up. Maybe... Total bounty is a funny number. Sure. Because I don't really have much of anything else, to be honest. All of these are zeros. Maybe we do a bit of a choke bomb, Sparks choke bomb type. The hell? Oh, I thought that's a 200. Huh? Hey, what's a carbine? 930 carbine. What the hell? Holy moly, the marathon has been left in the dust. I used to love this thing. Damn, dude. That used to be my gun. Now it's my none. Alright. This song sucks. Next. Half an hour left till dev stream. Is there another balloon video? No, it's just the one. Never mind. Alright, let's get to it. Chappelle. Ding, ding, ding. Does something come out of it when you... No. Okay. Ooh, you got a little juice. That is a strong flick. We go, we go, we go. We're waiting for someone's steam machine. That's how it is. Today's definitely been the longest, like, waiting day in this bit. Whoever that other solo is out there is, on a potato. Potato gamer. We used to have it when we played League of Legends. You would see everybody's, like, percent of how they load in the game. And you would see everyone's done, and then the one guy is on, like, 1%, or, like, 4%. Or, like... and then when you load in, you call them out for their potato PC. I think they've taken that away now. A clue for me? Off to Alice. Seems like not a spawn fight day at all. Okay. We'll go Alice, we'll go middle, and we see what happens. I want to machine gun somebody this game. I think it's been a while. A couple games. Get this guy out of business. Sounds clear so far. Doggy, doggy, doggy. Doggy, doggy, doggy. Scottfield. There was a bit of a trend where everyone was taking the Scottfield at one point. I never really got into it, but I remember like everybody loved it at one point. Somewhat recently too. The name's Duke Kaboom. Don't ask why. Greyhound. Oh boy. That guy has a twitch. Be gone. Okay. Sneaking mission success. Nobody knows where we are. Using it as your long range? Why you level up the homestead? I feel like the homestead is... Can you take slugs on it or something? You could turn that into a long range device. I know everyone who kills me with it does. Let me up, let me up, let me up, let me up. Yeah, honestly, I do remember taking slugs recently with something, and it was pretty weird. I wasn't hitting the shots that I thought I would. We are gonna find out in half an hour. I don't think it will be an extract point though. I don't think it will be. I reckon it's gonna be you collect cargo from around here, you stock it in there, and it will go up, 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 and then gone, and then you get the bonuses when you leave the game. So maybe it's hunt dollars, maybe it's ammo, maybe it's special whatevers, like... I reckon it's going to be a separate thing. So you still will have to go and extract somewhere else. They're going to explain it, I mean, in half an hour, so we'll know for sure soon. Judgment Fool. Judgment Fool. Yeah, I really don't think it will be an extract. I do not think so. I wonder if it's going to be an every game thing. Or just sometimes. Like, is there a chance for it? Or is it going to be permanent? Every single game we're going to see people rushing here to do the balloon? I don't know. No one's shooting me. Where are the enemies? Where is the anybody's? I want to shoot something. Found him. That wasn't at me, though. Who knows, bros? Ba-da, 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 ba-da. Don't want to get headshot by standing still too long. Dude, Hunt is dead right about now. Where are the people? To be fair, this one's pretty tough to get to. There's a lot of water. Make a lot of noise. Let's find out what's really going on. A whole load of nothing. We'll go kill the boss over here. Someone did shoot this way, so someone's probably killing the boss already. We'll go see. We got 40 minutes of regen. That's beautiful. They are in the tower. They're dead. We just killed them. GG. They're dead. That's crazy. They're still dead. That's my opponent for this game done. I did not even see. I just shot. Legit. Just shot. And their head happened to be exactly where I was aiming. They're still dead. Holy moly. There's the spider rat. Is it in here or is it down? It's gonna be down. Yep. Yep. He's all the way down. I took no full damage for that. Hey, I haven't had Berserker in forever. I miss Berserker. Get back here, spider. Oh, man. Spider's gonna kill me. I killed the spider. A messy. Let's go to the tower. We got looting to do. I can't believe I killed them. Ah. No way. Huh? What a loser. I'm glad we headshot them. Oh my god. I think we always run into that person. They kill me quite a lot. Uh-oh. Surprised they never woke up there. There's a legendary skin. Dude, so they would just... Their plan was to sit up there and never, ever, ever move. Ever. Never. Reaction speed test. Here it comes. Right back there, man. Please. There's 3 of them and 1 of me. Ah! That's a shotgun. I hit them. Two seconds. Okay, they're in here. There's the other one. The other one's all the way back in that house. Oh, I hit them. Oh. They had a crown and king. I reckon they rezzed, huh? It's 2. That is a res situation right there. I'm gonna go get the other bounty. Nice. Okay, one's right here. Where was that red barrel? Let's hope they don't have fire. They do. Well, no, they don't, but they shut the barrel. They're moving and grooving. Got them. Let me vault, let me vault. Huh? Whoa, they got distance. They got some crazy distance in that flash. All right, one left. Easy does it. This one has not moved from down here this entire game. Kind of crazy. I don't. They could have got the res in their buddy. I don't know what they're doing. Baiting me with a shotgun. They'll be coming up somewhere here. Okay. Nice. That's it. It's over. Uh-oh. Ah! I knew that was gonna happen! I'm so struggling to see people today. They destroyed me. Is that the only one on the server? Yep. It's just them. No one else. They are gonna sit here for a very long time. Predicting the res. GG! That was a very fun fight. What do we got? 20 minutes? We can do one more. Maybe two more if it's quick enough. Got 4 kills. Not too bad. Who is this trap character? This one. They love the Red Riding Hood skin. They're pretty new to the game, I guess. But we run into them all the time, and they actually kill me quite a lot. And they love using traps. That was only a 4-character lobby. Crazy. We've had full lobbies all day until the last couple of games. We'll try again. Hey, yo, Glick, man. What's up, man? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Thanks so much for the raid. What are you guys up to? We are chilling with Hunt. Having a pretty rough day, to be honest, but sometimes it's like that. We're about to watch the dev live stream in 15 minutes, so that should be fun. Hope you guys take the time with whatever you are up to. We're gonna run right to the middle and see what's going on. Hunt be like that. Yeah, I mean, dude, it's honestly Hunt's been kind of fine. It's more of the stream. We've had crashes, we've had internet break-in, all that good stuff. It's been a technical bumbo type of day. You had a good run today doing solo v trios, which you haven't done in a while. Nice, man. We always do solos. I love it. We have some very weird fights today. Very, very fun. I hope you had some good days. Yeah, good run. Nice, man. What's up, Leo? Polar opposite. Hello, lo, 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 lo. You changed your color, young man. You're blue. But yeah, we're going to be watching the dev live stream in 20 minutes where they're going to show up, 15 minutes, where they're going to show us what this corrupted cargo is all about. All this hot air balloon shenanigans. I'm excited to see because it's very strange. Yeah, it suits you. Thank you so much for the raid. Appreciate the luck, man. Go chill, go eat, go drink, go sleep, go do whatever you gotta go do. Appreciate it. Get out of here. We're gonna head to O Stone and see where it goes. And I'm glad you enjoyed solo games. We need more fun solos out there. O Stone in the middle. Let's see what's up. I'm very hungry. If the dev live stream wasn't on, I'd be ending in a bit and eating. But we're gonna stick it out so we can watch the dev stream, and then I'll figure out food after. Dude, what do you even eat when it's so hot? What is a good dinner when it's this warm? I'm not really in the mood for any food, but I'm hungry. I want to do. I'll get this clue, then go to the middle. Pasta. Pista. Oh, ice cream for dinner? Oh, I was looking right at them. The gun was blocking. There's only one choice in this situation. Shovel! Well, we won. But at what cost? What's up, Karina? At what cost? There's still someone around. There was a solo. Oh, Queen Degenerate. No, it's literally a rat. Okay. They have a drilling. That's my body. We wait a sec. They're looting. They're looting someone else. When they go to the other body, we wake up. Now, when they get the fuse. Whoa, they got... Oh, we don't have... Oh, God. There's more than one. Are you kidding me? Holy moly. Bro, the entire server is in this one spot. That's beautiful. Oh, that's my spear. Don't try and steal my spear, thief. God damn, we did really well, but not well enough. Okay. We get one more game, and then we watch this live stream. We can do it. Potato salad? Never had potato salad. If the nights were colder, you'd love this? No way. This is ugly. I hate heat. You can't wear any clothes. You can't go anywhere. You can't be bothered to do anything. You don't want to cook. It's good on vacation, but it's not good to live in. This is my hot take of the day. You know, weirdly enough, I've actually been sleeping very well. I've been sleeping completely fine lately. It's just being awake sucks now. I'm rubbing it in, of course I am. You kidding me? Absolutely. I never get to sleep well. Oh my god, my hunt money. Bro, we've lost 100k. Since the beginning of this event, we've lost at least 100k. Jeez, that's no good. My money. This has been a terrible event for money for me, and I don't know why. Maybe we're because we're not buying any Reggies. We're not extracting that much. We're getting so many kills, but no extracts. Let's see. I doubt they've started the stream yet. They have? They have, but it's not actually. We got 9 minutes. I think we could fit a game in. Probably. But then we're going to watch this. I guess if someone could keep an eye on this and please let me know if they start. I guess. But also, that's whatever. Could fit 2? I don't remember what I was saying. We don't find a game soon, we'll have to give it up. Oh, fitting games in. Dude. Where's the game? There's the game. I reckon I reckon I could die quicker than you. To a human. I reckon. $130? Spare kills? No. I don't know what that means. Oh, streak. Oh, dude, I'm sorry, Kaiju, that didn't pop up for me. I see it now in the activity feed, but I didn't actually see it how I usually do. That's a crazy, Kaiju. Hello. How you doing? I'm glad you didn't lose the streak, because we've had like 4 streams today, dude. I'm glad you've been able to keep it. That's a big number. That's a big number. Is this the pond? Ooh. Hey, we've got our screenshot competition at the moment. Feel free to vote in Discord if your favorite. This was why I did the event. We spawned here. We spawned at the pond, and I was like, this is awesome. I love this pond. I want to put an Excalibur in here where you could pick up a saber or something. I think this would be awesome. And I was like, we're going to make an event of this. So I guess slight spoilers, but my picture is of this pond. But I will say I'm not winning. So I've got the winning spot, just not the winning picture. Which, you know, is of course fine, but I knew this spot would win. I just wish I took a better picture. You had ideas when it got in the game since? Hey, we're probably going to do more competitions in the future, so don't worry about it. Keep the ideas in the future. Yeah, I thought that, honestly the darkness would be nice if the moon reflected off it and it had that nice glow, but it just doesn't look as good as the daytime one. No way. Goes to show a lighting makes a difference. Yeah, if someone could keep an eye on the Hunt dev stream, please, and just let us know when it starts. I would appreciate it a lot. We've only got 5 minutes. I'm going to try and zoom a bit. We'll go to the middle and see what's up. We won't even go for clues. They wish they could take your streaks. They won't, Kaiju. They better not. These are your streaks. Don't let them tell you otherwise. Yeah, I know they've started it, but it's not actually, like, started, right? Unless you mean it has now. Like, we're just on the starting soon screen. At least it was 1 minute ago when we looked. Yeah, cool. Yeah, so we're trying to have a quick game. I don't know if we'll be able to. I kind of want to die, but in like a couple minutes. Oh, we've been watched. I don't think they're even going to know what gun we have because we just full sprinted. Oh no. Is that Russian grandma? Is that Russian granny? I don't have Surefoot. I really want to flash them. They just... They just dude, they just high priestessed me. They just high priestessed me. It is! It's the Russian granny! It's the Russian granny. We know this, granny. We know this, granny. I think they picked up my gun, maybe. Two down? Three down? Anyone else? That was a pretty good spear, wasn't it? That was a pretty long-range spear. That's Wyatt. 2 minutes. The hell's the Bosch? Found it. Found it. All right. Is anyone else trained? I feel like there's a solo somewhere. I knew they were somewhere, but I didn't know where. GG. They are a solo. Oh, we got a bushman in the corner. That's it. Only 2 left. We kind of server wiped. I didn't realize the camera was off. I'm sorry. You missed my smear face. All right, what's this dev stream saying? Is it ready? Probably soon. Sometimes they're late, sometimes they're like exactly on time. We'll give it a sec. If not, we'll go for another game or something. I don't know. And they don't have ads on this, right? We don't need to like watch the Twitch YouTube version or something. Oh my god! I didn't know these guys were behind the climb. That's pretty cool. Road to Hell Chapter 2. It's time. Could be. I wonder how long it's going to be today. Crytek is so bad with time, dude. They can be anywhere within 5 or 10 minutes. 15 minutes, even. Of their start times. Come on, buddy. Where you at, Crytek? Crytek. You're gonna make me cry if you're slower. Come on, man. I want to see about this corrupted cargo. So loud. Holy moly. What's a weekly reward? Oh, is that just streams? I think they usually go for 15 minutes, perhaps, and they're at 13 at the moment. So, oh, I should close hunt if I haven't. That will cool my room down. Let's get a hunter ready. Wait, hunt. I guess I'll take 1 sec while they're still readying up here. Be right back real quick. Oh no. Oh, double oh no. It's been a sleepy Monday. It really has. Should we blame the fact I'm tired on why today's going terribly? Yeah, any excuse, right? Any excuse rather than it's just, oh no no. Oh no no. Who's this? 121 meters? Whoa! Holy moly. What the hell, man? what the hell, man? What a shot. It was they hit me twice. I mean, I wasn't exactly like running and hiding so much, but let's give it a second. Good teamwork.
No, yes.
Oh, that was totally my fault.
No, that was the other
Alright.
player. And
We are back. They have not started. Yeah, this is gonna be like Pioneer said. There's a part 2 of this event, I guess you can call it. So this is kind of letting us know what's going on in part 2, where they're gonna add, who knows? Well, we know the balloon, but that's all we know right now. Just a 50-second video. I reckon it'll be cool. Do I have a quick game I can play while we wait? They could not start for another forever. Hunt Fortnite? No way. Jump into the zone. Drop in. Have the bus driver. I always think it's starting when the beat drops. I can't believe they should give a rough time, man. You can't keep people waiting like this. Yeah, they're only 5 minutes late this time, at least. I reckon maybe they start when it hits 20. Sometimes they start at 1/4 past. Like, we might have another 10 minutes still to wait. Is that their socials? Come on, we're ready. You're killing us, Crytek. I could be in a game right now. But it wasn't meant to be. Yeah, it's a 5-minute dev stream. They're just like, they play that 50-second video and they're like, yep, happy, it's coming next week. See ya. Loading slugs. Oh yeah, I saw Ricasso was gone. I need to add that back. I didn't mean that to be gone still. Oh, they've at least tweeted that they're live. Maybe they have like a certain number they wait for. Maybe they wait for like 1K viewers at least or something. I hate starting screens. I think use it like it depends, right? If you're like a crazy big stream, absolutely, but and I guess in this sense, you know, we're all kind of waiting to get into the dev stream, so it kind of makes sense, but I don't like them. Yeah, 5 minutes is fair. 10 minutes is pushing it, but if it's an event, I can accept it. Or at least like time it, right? So if you say, hey, the stream starts at 5, you start at 10 to 5, you know? You shouldn't say the stream starts at 5 and then have an unknown starting screen, right? Sometimes they start for 5 minutes, sometimes 10, sometimes 15, sometimes 20. That's the issue, is there's no consistency. So you don't know when does the stream actually start. You know, could we have played another game or two? Could we have spent longer last game? Or are we within 10 seconds? Like, could I start a game now? Or is it going to start in like... Whatever, man. Let me in. Let me in. Let me in. Because, you know, the second I alt tab, the second we start something else, it's over. That is true. I guess we could have watched the VOD and stuff, but I prefer watching it as live as possible. Same with like Game Awards and all those other shows. I think there is a bit more specialness, niceness, whatever, of doing it live. Kind of is the point of Twitch. Otherwise I could just stick it as a YouTube video. But yeah, what's 10 minutes, you know? Do a free hunt and just order for if it starts. But dude, I've closed Hunt. I'd have to reboot up Hunt. It's like when you free. Yeah, I mean, dude, I love doing that for like the Game Awards. We did it for that game show recently, whatever that was called, where they announced the new God of War and all that stuff. Like we stayed up and watched that. I think Game Fest, whatever, Next Fest, Game Awards show. We could do a GeoGuessr. But again, it'll be over before we know it. 21 minutes now. BioGuessr. I don't know any BioGuessr locations. Oh, it's nice. It's still down here. Sure, man. Why is it so small? Okay. I don't know the map, but I know the location. It's like it's not Lock Bay, but it's somewhere in the left of the map. It might be. It's not Dessau. It's not Gulch. It's like here, but it's not that. How do you go back to the maps? Oh, I don't know how this works. How do you go back to the map? Please. Please let me go back.
Hey everyone, and welcome to another
we'll never win.
developer live stream. Today we are going to be talking about Chapter 2 of the Road to Hell event, which I hope you're enjoying right now because it's really fun and it has been really fun. And we
the
are
yellow
really
button.
happy to see all the
Whatever,
feedback
man.
that you've been providing. Also, by the way, have you seen this t-shirt? Because it's available in the merch store right now. So check out the Road to Hell t-shirts on Amazon. We have some new goodies there, so make sure to check it out. But why don't we talk about what we will be looking at today and have an overview at the dev stream. So first of all, we will have a smaller community segment looking at some fan art highlights from the past
Twitch
month.
drops.
Then we will
Twitch
have
drops.
a small update from the
Twitch
Fair Play
drops.
Task Force, and then we are going to be looking into the balancing changes and all the data that came with the recently introduced inventory slot rework system. And for that, we will have Rohan and Dennis with me.
The rumors are true.
Yeah, nice to be here again. Let's talk about some really cool events.
Yeah. On this very, very hot day in
Oh,
Frankfurt,
yeah,
actually.
senior broadcast
I'm really
manager.
happy our AC is working. Just
Yeah,
fine right
luckily. Even though we have all these lights here, it's much cooler here than outside. So
It's why I'm here, to be honest.
Yeah.
now. Hottest day of the year so far.
Yep. And we're gonna talk about a Twitch Bros campaign, which I know everyone has been requesting in the community. So we will have some
New
sneak peek
drops.
at that today. Then we are going to be diving into the actual Road to Hair Chapter 2. So we are going to be looking at the narrative as well as all the new event mechanics that are coming with that. Maybe you have already seen some snippets on socials, but we will explain how it works. So it's gonna be very, very interesting. So make sure to stick around for that. That will also include the cargo crates and the rewards you can get from that. So that will be fun. Then we also have a brand new DLC releasing with this update, as well as 2 new story challenges that we will be covering, and some updates to the player profile customization, especially in avatars, where we have a lot coming in. And last but not least, we will have a dedicated Q&A segment. So make sure
Probably
to
only an
ask your
hour today.
questions. We will even try to answer some during the stream, because now I have a chat in front of me. But if we didn't get to answer your question, we'll try to answer it at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Let's go.
And with that being said, yeah, let's start off with the community segment and let's look at some fan art. And this is a segment that is new in the stream.
I mean,
but
cool.
It is something that we want to do in the future more of. So, if you have any fan art in the form of like any artwork, music, video, whatever, make sure to submit it to us by just posting it on social. Maybe use a hashtag like hunt art that we have been using for years. Send it on Discord. Today's all the artwork on today's stream is from actually Discord from the last few months, but you can also submit on Reddit, etc. So we will try to include more artwork on the stream. So make sure to make them, because the community is so talented. And
Yeah, I mean, you can clearly see how
you can
talented.
clearly see it.
Yeah, absolutely. I really love like that style on Sophia, the left one. Like, still one of my favorite hunters. Like, really enjoy like going out sniping with her. Like, think that's really matching gear for her. Really enjoy that. Wow, that's a really nice shot for her.
Yeah, I think like all 3 of these are super cool, and of course very different.
They should do this at the
styles,
end.
but very cool. And shout out to all the creators. I included all their Discord IDs, but you may see some signatures on the artwork as well, so you can find their other social media if needed. But we do have some more with Roja and the Brood fighting it out.
Pretty cool though.
Ron, what do you think? Like, who's gonna knock who over? Is Roger gonna knock the Brood over? Is or is the universe just explode when they attack?
Maybe we find out one day. I don't know.
Yeah, and on the right side it's an actual nice day to hunt, right? It's
You're doing some target practice there with the trick shooter and Desert Rose. It's really cool.
super cool. Then we have this super cool gift that we just had to include.
Animation.
That looks badass.
It gives that hunt vibe, and
And
I think,
Inferno as well.
and also Road to Hell a bit, right? Like
People love
stand there with
Roger.
everything burning in the
Everyone
background.
has
There's there's like a nod to Inferno as well with this one.
Definitely.
I like the backlighting and stuff, like silhouette. That's really amazing. Really good stuff.
Yeah, in the middle also the black and white like artwork, super cool.
Yeah.
And the right is like very artistic,
It captures kind of the atmosphere of Hunt, right? Like
It reminds me of some of those mood concept shots we had from like the early access times, right? See some of those hunters like out in the swamp stuff, like really nice inspirations. I like this very clean, kind of very realistic look of it. So appreciate that.
Yeah, super cool. And again, if you have some fan art, make sure to submit it to us so we can feature it in future streams. And maybe we'll try to feature a bit more. But we just wanted to start off this time with a smaller segment. And also
It should almost be its own post, its own video, or
but let's talk about some
it shouldn't be part of the
Fair
dev
Play
stream, I
Task
don't
Force
think.
update, a smaller update today. But let's look at some of the band
Have a
numbers.
weekly
This is
video
like
of
a
like
small
like a
update
magazine.
from the segment of like March 21st to June 21st, and we're looking at 2,076 bans for cheating in that time period. We have like another 160 bans for mouse
Bro,
and
stop
keyboard
cheating
using
at Hunt.
consoles.
since we can detect it a little bit better now.
For what
And,
reason?
there's like another 221 bans for other reasons. There can be anything. I'm not going to be too specific about that.
Absolutely, and as I mentioned, there's gonna be bigger Fair Play Task Force update on other streams, usually before a start of a bigger event, when we can provide you with some new information. But we will continue to try to give you the ban numbers and any other update that come up during the time. And then let's talk about the Twitch drops that I mentioned, and I know
End of chapter
everyone has
2.
been asking about this. Like, oh, why is no Twitch drop this year? Well, here's the very first one for 2026. It will arrive at the end, towards the end of chapter 2. We will of course give you the exact dates a bit later on, so please keep an eye out on the Hunt social channels when it's being announced. We will have a bunch of rewards for you this time around.
Six
including
rotating reward
rotating
windows.
Windows, which will provide you rewards, and up to 22 supply crates that you can earn alongside.
No
all
one
that.
cares about
And
supply
we have
crates.
a new weapon
New
skin
gun.
for the Dodge Precision.
I think I already have
which
this.
completes the Golden Hell Trigger family.
Oh, not this.
Yeah, I'm really happy with this one as well. Actually, I found myself using the Doge P a little bit more again. I've been staying away, like many of us, I guess, staying away a little bit from it.
You love the
over
crates.
the last
They just
years
have
and so on.
Avtos.
I think, like, especially with the new system,
They just have Avtos and
inventory system,
Nitros.
having like these additional tags.
That's all I ever
like
get.
a size 3 weapon gives it a much nice fairer trade-off.
22 seems way too many
so
there.
dirty bringing that weapon anymore. So
22
really appreciate
crates.
looking forward to that skin.
And for the collectionist, of course.
What about Hunter? Hunter,
some
show me
variants
Hunter.
are in
New
the
Hunter.
current
New
battle pass,
Hunter.
so make
Come
sure
on.
to check those
Come on,
out.
Craig Tech.
But you can complete
New
your
Hunter.
collection for free just by watching Hunt streamers on Twitch when the drops are enabled. And we will have the additional rewards that you are used to. So legendary skins, legendary hunters, which have a lot that you can earn. And you know, it's a very good opportunity to grab that cool looking hunter and other random skins, charms, and also avatars that you can get. So
Random
it's gonna be a
hunter,
great Twitch drop
legendary
campaign.
skins.
Again, make sure
So it's just
to
a
wait
random
and
hunter.
sign up on our social media and follow us everywhere to get the latest information.
Okay,
and
at least we get
later on,
drops.
of course, we will have the website updated where you can connect your account and all the information there
I'll
as
take
well.
it.
So just please stay tuned because it is coming shortly. And with that being said, last update, we introduced the big inventory
Alright.
slot rework system, and we have a lot of data from that, of course, because it has been live for a few weeks now.
Yep.
So let's talk about that. What we learned so
absolutely.
What
So
are
like
they
it's been
gonna
one
do?
of the biggest shakeups that we've attempted, and I would say attempted very successfully from what the data shows us, what the feedback so far has been, like collected and gathered. We see that the vast majority seems to be very happy with the vast majority of the changes. Let's put it like that. So I mean, the goal was really to create this more meaningful loadout choices that we can put in front of players. So like we kind of break up the existing meta somewhat. And some of the maybe underdog weapon choices are now coming up more to the foreground. And that seems to be overall the case. We're going to go a little bit more into all of these different data points. So this is like a longer segment, but it's actually very meaningful because being such a big shakeup of the meta, now going through what worked,
See what
what
they're
didn't
thinking
work,
about it.
and also like what that leads into like the next balancing steps, I think is going to be super exciting for everybody. Even if data can sometimes be a bit dry to go through, but I think many of you will appreciate that.
Absolutely, and please do let us know if you enjoy like a more detailed segment like this, or if you would even like to see more like a blog post detailing these even further. But let's start off with the uppercut and the haymaker.
Yeah, let's go right in. So the uppercut we did actually as part of the hotfix.
Yep.
Right.
We really need to
it's already
say
been
this
out.
much
That was
about
one of the changes. We thought,
guns?
okay, that's rather safe, small. We can incorporate this into the hotfix, and actually we can show you guys that we're actually listening and doing changes in a high frequency, and that will be followed by another update very soon. We talk about it in a moment with more changes. But yeah, the uppercut. So. Like before the inventory slot rework,
Like,
I mean, this was
especially
basically the go-to
if they've
gun,
already
right?
made the
Uppercut
change.
stonks at all-time high.
All-time high,
they've
like,
lowered
went up,
it.
like everybody was using them. And
Do we
what we've
care
seen
anymore?
after
Like,
the rework is that
I
the
guess we can
uppercut
see
actually
that
has,
reasoning.
like, dropped significantly.
Yep.
And we think this is great. This is a good thing. That this is healthy. We look at the chart in a second.
They
and
need
you
to
will
change so
understand the
much more than
relationship of
just
what that
two
means,
guns,
because obviously it's not tanked completely, but it's found its new space in your home, and that's very, very meaningful. We also want to look together with the Haymaker at this whole topic, because there's been this narrative out there where people assumed, okay, everybody is now bringing the Haymaker and no longer the uppercut. And that actually is not the case, which is super encouraging to see, because it means that we don't just have shifted the meta between two weapons, but we actually have reduced the dominance of one weapon and have the usage that it did have in the past now spread across more weapons. Anyways, we'll have a look at that in a second. And what we see now anyways is like, since we did that hotfix, like the usage goes up.
What's their goal?
It's not to the same level as before, so seems to be a nice, good correction, but not to the extent that the weapon is back up on the menu as the top choice.
It also shows that the choice between an uppercut and haymaker is actually more difficult than people would assume, right? Yeah, as you can see with the data, obviously with the slot rework from going.
Hey,
from
what are
one slot
those
to
guns all the way up
uppercut
top? You think they're
drops down
shotguns?
drastically, but to be honest, drops down to a
You think
place
that's
we
all
kind of want it
shotguns?
to be.
Yeah.
Almost in line with the haymaker there. Then the reason for our balance fix is like, I think we clearly saw there was room for improvement for the uppercut when now it's competing with all of the other two slots.
Absolutely.
So it kind of deserved the damage buff that it did get.
Yeah, so we will talk a little bit about like that graph in general in a second, but like let's stick with the uppercut for a moment. As you can see, like the uppercut going
they
down,
should show us like
and then
the top
the
and the
hotfix
low.
going
Like,
up. I think
let's
you
see.
guys can probably see. I don't have a mouse pointer for it to show now, but I guess you can guess where the update happened, where it started to go down, and you can also pretty much assume when the hotfix came out. You see the dates at the bottom, obviously.
So this is people
now,
taking
the
it
interesting
less,
part here with the haymaker
right?
is that the haymaker has remained very stable throughout this entire process, right? Like it's very much in a similar level.
Uppercut
even a
usage
little
has
bit lower,
dropped, and
which
then
means also people have now chosen other things, not the uppercut, but other things in the haymaker, also like to complement it, which is great. Like ultimately, it shows us that the uppercut changes are doing what we wanted it to. We want to bring it down from that dominating high space more into the midfield, where it is one of many options, a good and valid option, but no longer that's that dominating default pick that it was for a very long time. Let's have a look at.
But what about all the other
next
guns that
chart
have
here.
just
So this is
increased? I
to
don't
give
know.
you guys
Like,
enough understanding how to read this. As you can see, there's like hundreds, literally, of lines and like kind of subdued in the background. And this is obviously the entire arsenal. We will not go through all of those today. We're going to pick out a couple of examples.
why is the
highlight those.
uppercut an issue?
But
You
you
know,
can
and not
clearly
the
see
others.
some trend lines here, where you see the majority of the equipment bunched up more in the lower third, lower 40% of the screen, and you have like then some breakouts at the top, which are like obviously like the more highly used, the more meta type of weapons, and those we'll pick out obviously a little bit more in detail. In general, what that means is that wherever like a weapon is in this green area, and this is a very rough abstraction, right? Like don't take the exact numbers here. That is usually a healthy place for a weapon, because we feel there's enough diversity, there's enough
Legit, dude,
variance,
if they
It
just
means
balanced
they're
6 other
competing
guns,
equally, and
everything
people
would
are
be equal.
Making choices to choose them and are being used quite frequently. So.
And at the moment it goes too much at the bottom, you see it kind of gets like oranges, like it doesn't really hurt that the bayonet variant or sniper scope variant sits at the very bottom there. But obviously, we would like that to be different as well.
Honestly, it's only
up a little
fix
bit.
these
but
4.
Even more important is the other end on the top, where if some weapons really break out a bit too much there, we really have to consider bringing them down in line.
Fix these
and
4,
doing some balancing to them.
then everything's
in
happy.
order to make sure there's no this monodominant.
You think
like
Mosin?
dominating choice,
Meta
choice in there. Yeah.
I wonder if some dual pistol bow might be up there now.
Let's talk about the size 1 pistols.
So like the
Okay,
size
this
1
is
pistols, they actually have a new king, and that's the Lamat.
Lamat stocks all-time high. Get them now.
So interesting, when we look at the graph in a moment, we will see that the top 3 picks are all size 1 pistols. So we see there to be quite a dominance of size 1 pistols still. However, there's a caveat to this, because some of that is clearly influenced through the dual wield usage of some of those weapons, and then also obviously because on a size 4 main weapon like a shotgun or specific bigger rifles, obviously by default you kind of pick a one size pistol, so you take the best of those choices, because maybe you don't want to invest into quartermaster to have like also a size 2 complementary weapon.
Yeah,
so
it didn't even need a buff.
That have changed.
Like nothing needs a buff on Hunt.
Loadouts,
Honestly, every gun is OP. I've said this.
Changes.
Every gun needs
in
nothing.
General, like,
every single gun.
The Lamat pistol stands out as having overtaken both the Scottfield and the Conversion, which are the runner-ups here. And that also means that, maybe we have to look at the Limmat in one of the next updates.
Maybe penny
in order
shot.
To kind of see
Maybe
how
it
this
has
goes.
to use a penny shot.
However, that's a general note.
Yeah.
We are still seeing a lot of this meta settle, right? Not all of that is
Or it
yet
should
as
just
a
do
right
less
position.
damage.
It's been only a month, right? So people are still figuring out what.
Yeah, it should be less
really
damage
is
or less
good to play,
range or
and
something, not-
Potentially, ideally, everything is kind of viable. So we'll see how trend lines go. And that'll determine Limmat stonks in the next update.
Stop making this stonks
When we look
jokes.
at
It's
the
not
graph
funny.
now,
You said it 10
there's also
times.
going to be a look at the 6-star
I love
data
stonks.
after that one, just to show you a bit of comparison.
King of
Because like in the
stonk.
past, we've had these conversations about like, yeah, sure, this weapon doesn't have a high usage. However, in 6 stars, it's everywhere. And this is something we also looked at very closely. And while we see some differences here and there, and we're going to use that in a couple of examples down the line here, usually the same trends manifest. They might be overall a bit higher, a bit lower, or maybe a particular weapon might break out of that. But for the most part, we see the same ups or downs regardless of the star rating just across the board. So without further ado, let's have a look at the size 1 pistols. So what you see here is like the Limmat was pretty strong before. It was already in the top, right? But now it has put itself like slightly above the other ones just because it is the more, I would say like flexible choice, I guess.
Provides a lot of utility along with just firepower, right, in general. So.
And then we've seen the Scotfield actually rise up a lot more in comparison.
Probably.
But it kind of settled down a little bit more. So right after the
Anyone
update, the
taking
Scotfield
a free
definitely was,
hunter
like,
gets
the
a
go-to. That
Scotfield.
was what everybody experimented with. But it seems to have calmed down a little bit and settled down.
I wonder
a
if
little
they
bit.
take
Still
that
on
into
the high
account.
second place. So again, something to look into. Is that in the right place? Is there anything we need to do? Do we maybe need to do something to other weapons to then indirectly have the Scotfield, the Limmat, and the others then go down a little bit? So there's various
Don't buff
answers
the
that
other
we can
pistols.
explore what,
Bring these ones
could
down.
be the right piece to do
Don't
here.
bring everything
But again,
up.
first important
Bring
piece for us is
bring
just to
those
observe
down.
and see actually what trends can we identify.
Please.
And then reaction as a second point to that one. And then notably here, the conversion pistol has remained very stable. It's still the go-to for many players.
Conversion
it used to be
has
the
not
top pick
changed.
there, just because of its convenience, its reliability.
And because of the chain
and
pistol.
It's now on a solid 3rd place, but kind of roughly where it's at before, so not too much change.
Get rid of the
This
chain
is
pistol and
interesting
watch that
because in many
conversion
of the other
plummet.
examples you see later, you have some weapons who have exactly the same pattern. Like they have their fan base and people just stick with them. They use them in the same way. They don't pivot from them, and they remain like either a solid high or a solid low.
And that's something we have to consider when we balance weapons as well, right? Like potentially the numbers aren't everything that makes a weapon. It's also about how you get used to it, the gun feel, and sometimes that's enough as well.
True.
Yeah. Then let's have a look at how this chart now would look if you just filtered specifically for 6-star players. We also put the uppercut into
So this is what
one,
6 stars are doing.
In addition, the uppercut having like a much higher usage than on 6 stars than it has on average. However, also still the very same tanking and then the slight recovery again with the hotfix. But overall,
the only
what we
difference
see
is
here that
Scotfield
the
is lower
Scotfield
because they
for
don't take
6-star
free
players
hunters.
is less
It's
of
the
a thing.
same.
So many of you just watching who are veterans, maybe in the 6-star realm, and just heard us talk about how awesome like the Scotfield is and everybody using it. We're like, oh, no one does that. That shows you how to put that in perspective. So for you guys, for example, the conversion is still the same constant, but you're gravitating much more even so to the Limmat because probably you know the game
Probably
inside
less
out, you know
chain
what works,
pistols.
you can read those trends very easily and you jump on them, which is perfectly fine and valid. But it just shows you how different areas of the community can sometimes have a slight difference in how they perceive and value a certain weapon and tweaks and what to do with it, basically.
Is that million? Are those numbers millions?
Shorty shotguns to talk about.
Yeah.
Oh, shotgun.
I'll give you the second biggest
Shotgun acknowledgement.
talking point. And both of those talking points with the pistols we just talked about, but also with the shotguns, being like a result of our rule set change that we kind of really promote that you can choose now a size 3 main weapon and have, without even quartermaster, complemented with a size 2 weapon for this total of capacity 5. And that has opened so many more options and in general a very, very healthy change.
Shotguns.
However, what we've seen that specifically some of the shorty shotguns have benefited a bit too much from that. So let's go and have a look at some of those. In general, what we've seen is that no, it's fine. You can go to this one. What we've seen here is that the Auto 4 used to be the king, right? Obviously, was a medium-sized weapon, medium-slot weapon, right? Yeah. You didn't have to consider any other drawbacks
not that much of a
except
change.
for the price and ammo and etc. But like it was kind of like the go-to pick if you had the money, if you were a top player.
Rival is huge now. Actually, Rival is a
right
huge increase.
Even the Terminus Shorty has overtaken it. Which is great because it also means that this weapon is more balanced now with this additional taxing. Now, is it enough in that area? We have to see. Maybe we need to bump it up at one point again as well.
Oh,
or
no bump
indirectly
up.
for other weapons, shift it a little bit. But in general,
bump
it's a
up.
good change. We've
Bump
broken the
down.
dominance of the auto 4 in the shotgun territory.
Make the others weaker.
And as such, obviously, because then we have the remaining shorty shotguns stay at size 2, they are the go-to picks, and all of them have kind of picked up on that usage and gone up drastically, primarily the Romero and the Rival shorty.
Yeah, I mean, the Rival is probably the biggest winner here. But yeah, like as you said, shorty shotguns are just more usable now. You can easily bring them with a three slot. So
yeah.
But also to show they're still kind of in the graph we wanted to be.
Yeah.
Even though they've increased, they were previously not used as much as people think, and now they're kind of getting used along with all other things. But the steep rise probably isn't the best.
Dude, I want to see the Springfield. The Springfield
again, something we're
drop. I don't
observing,
think
and even
anyone
when we talk
uses
later
the
about
Springfield
balancing,
anymore.
We have some points about those as well.
Leave Romero
Important
shorty
part
as 2
here
and
is
something as
that
the 3.
It's not only
Yeah.
just about does it fit into this green area we showed earlier. It's also like, is it healthy?
I'd be okay with that.
With the intra-category changes. So like
Exactly.
amongst all the other zone of shotguns, do we see a healthy distribution right now? You could argue for
I just think
example,
make them
the
less
shorty
reliable.
Definitely,
They're a
is the-
shorty
is
for a
more like
reason.
the
Make
one
them a
with the
bit
short
less
end here,
reliable, and then we're fine.
Just
Keep them
because
as 2
the
slot if you
Rival
have
and
to.
the Romero, and we don't even have the spec.
They should have a tiering
system
system there.
Too much is kind of rising a bit too much to become like the default picks to go to. Now, if you take a look at this again with a 6-star data, you see that the Rival goes up even further, right? Like, so everybody's like, okay, I can't take the auto 4 anymore. I guess the Rival it is. Because I guess as an ambush weapon, you can do the quick follow-up 2 shots, right? Like, it becomes a very reliable choice if you know how to play and use it as a follow-up weapon, like in the fight.
Like,
for
just
example,
if they're all
and
the same
just burst
slots,
out those 2
how
shots
do
in
you
quick
pick
succession, make
what
sure
one
you
to
down them.
use?
What's
How do you
also
know which
interesting
one's
to
the
see, though, as we
strongest?
mentioned,
Like,
we kind of want to
I
also
don't
see
know.
how this plays out over the next couple of months, because you can see the Rival shorty had like a
they
steep
should
rise at
have
the start,
different
and now it's
slots.
kind of
There should
trending
be a 1 slot, a
downwards
2
and
slot, a 3 slot,
probably
whatever.
settling here, but we don't know. It could even
One
go
shot
further
shotgun
down a little
Lamat.
bit, but-
Exactly.
2 shot shotgun.
Next up, we have
Rival,
the special
the Romero,
Rumble,
whatever.
which was another bigger change in the update.
Yeah, so this one was super interesting because obviously that changed up so many combination options as people were using some of the long ammo sidearms to kind of feed the ammunition into the main weapon, and that is no longer possible for like at least the high capacity, like high military grades weapons like the Mosin.
I feel like they changed the Berthier every single
patch.
patch.
And what we've seen here is that like
Every
the,
patch it's getting
the
changed.
dominating 2
Buff,
weapons
nerf,
have
buff,
been
nerf,
the
buff,
Mosin
buff,
and the
buff,
Gun and the
nerf,
Crack for a
buff.
long time in this area. Like it's been the go-to. Like it shifted a little bit based on the balancing we did on a per patch update. However, in general, both of those were very, very strong choices. And now, especially the Mosin has dropped significantly.
This info's
down
great.
there.
I like
While,
this
for example,
info.
the Lebel,
Not for this stream.
mostly unaffected.
A
It's one of
dev
those
stream,
examples
like,
where, it has its
it should be
following.
hyping the
It's a
event.
smaller
There
amount
should
of
be
the
a
player
separate
base that really
video.
appreciate and like that weapon, but those who do, they stick with it, and like they still.
This is
pick it as
too
their
dry,
choice.
too
Use the slot
datery.
rework, what? No, give me Lebel.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
And the Berthier,
We'd still
like
watch
the,
it,
the
but
small, like the smaller cousin.
they
of the
shouldn't use
Lebel,
this platform.
actually increased significantly as well, which is to be expected because it's one of the more powerful choices in size 3. Now we still believe it is good in size 3, but we have to look a little bit into some of the balancing, which we get back to like in a couple minutes.
Yeah, I just wanted to mention that as well, because I see a lot of questions balancing wise in the chat, like, oh, the Springfield, how do you choose it? We will have a balancing segment right after as well, so please just stick.
We want to give you context based on data, and then show you some of the decisions we've made for this update.
Yeah,
okay, good. They're making changes.
Of the
big changes.
Bomb, obviously. And then, in general, like again, we also see the 6-star data right after this one, how it changes. So as you can see here, like the Mosin and the Crack kind of being very close. If you were to zoom out further on the left side, you would see then the Mosin obviously sitting a bit higher for some time. Then at one point, the Crack overtaking it. From the
Honestly,
time
Berthier
frame started
hasn't
here with this,
gone
with
up
this
as much as I
chart, we
thought it
can
would.
See them both roughly in the same area, and they still remain like that. Like the relationship between these 2 guns is still the same, but overall,
This
we saw
seems
them
like a
go down quite a
fine-
bit. We saw the Berthier at the same time go
fine
up, but
split,
even
to be
then
honest.
now it kind of went down a little bit as well. So it's still trying to find its place.
Of
It's
course,
kinda seems
Berthier is going to be
stable,
more
maybe slight
taken because
upwards
it's a 3
tendency,
slot.
but
No matter
also not
what you do
too
to it.
unhealthy. It's not that everybody
this
just
seems
runs
fine.
with Berthier. It's just that the Berthier is kind of there where the Mosin was before.
Yeah.
However, we still have that Lebel at the very bottom,
mean,
sitting there grinding
it's
on,
going strong,
doing its Lebel
They're
thing,
close.
and just not minding the other's business.
And then we have the 6-star data.
Yeah, so with 6 stars, again, we see the meta piece here, the Mosin much higher. Lots of the veterans out there. You guys
Bragg
grew up
being
on
very
the,
low.
on the Mosin, like it's the go-to.
That's very
Why would
interesting.
you ever change? So in this case, obviously, like there was a reason finally to do that change, which was this shake-up in the inventory slot system, and we also see the Berthier in the same trend line, a little bit higher here than on average, but still. Not too dominating, actually not on the same level as the Berthier, as the Mosin.
Exactly.
And we see some of the other weapons like the Crack actually fall down below the label here even. So you kind of picked your heroes here, your champions here, and found like some really good combinations with main and secondary weapons. So interesting to see. As you can see, the graphs are not fully stable. The Mosin actually has a slight upwards tendency as well. So let's see, maybe Mosin dominance again soon. But an interesting
the
for us
Mosin
to
is
observe
climbing.
and look into. But overall,
6
a very
stars.
similar
They don't
picture being
care.
painted between 6 stars and the average across all MMR ratings.
And absolutely, and shout out to all the level enjoyers in the chat. We see you and we love you. But let's talk about the size 5 weapons now.
By the way, there's going to be some Lebel love later in that stream. I can tell you that.
Lebel buff.
All right, so the size 5 weapon. So this is obviously like the poor dudes that have been like left to die somewhere. So there was an important change though, because what we wanted is we wanted to establish that size 5 is a category for extraordinary powerful weapons.
Yep.
Like the weapons that you use as an exception. You don't, either because their price also suggested, but also their power level, etc., or they're hard to use, but can be very rewarding in the right hands if you know recall patterns, if you know how to use the peep side, or in general like are mindful of how your shots land. You can do some really, really good things with those guns, but they're not for everyone. The first step really was to establish like these as a size 5 category. However,
I like that.
many of them are underdogs, even more so than they were before. So one of the pieces that we're looking into for future updates also is like, do some of them need a bit more love?
Yep.
We did some initial changes. I think like we had like the 50% extra ammo capacity increase
For the Nitro.
for the Nitro,
Yep.
just to set them up a little bit stronger, knowing that you can't bring like the same backup weapons as maybe before, but still it's an important.
They're gonna
piece.
buff.
The Auto 5 actually saw the biggest drop.
I mean, it
because
was the most
stronger.
pick out of them already, right? So.
So yeah, in general, numbers are low, have been low before.
They're gonna
are
buff
low
the
now,
Auto
so
5.
we take it with a grain of salt here, but it's definitely something that was important for us to establish. And now from there on, we can now take balancing steps to actually make them really feel like a valuable choice with that cost in 5 slots. Yeah, exactly. So you can see here like Nitro after, but also the Maynard Sniper Silencer being like another one that drops quite a bit. Like, it's a bit hard to see maybe, but like you can see it right under the Auto 5.
Yeah,
Auto 5 was that low?
With Auto 5 and Maynard are kind of equal, and then they both drop around to the same level as the others as well.
Exactly. So at the moment, like we're not yet happy with After Nitro, like specifically we're not.
But they are special weapons. They're 1K to buy. They take up 5 slots. They're always going to be low.
And the Maynard Sniper
You
Silencer,
can't.
we're
You
actually
don't
kinda
want
happy
them
where it is at the
anymore.
moment,
They
but
should
that
be
needs another
special.
buff, is to be seen. But at
Leave
the
them
moment,
low.
We think being the only silent sniper rifle has its own niche that you can use, so we don't necessarily feel like it needs a change. But the Auto 5 actually was very good because it was also dominating the large slot shotguns quite a bit. So it going down is not a bad thing because it means there's room for the other shotguns to grow and take that space in. Yeah, and
6 stars the
picture
same.
Here with the
6 stars love the
everything
Nitro.
closer, you saw, like, these weapons again, like because you know
6
how to
stars
use
love
them.
Nitro.
There's a higher usage across the board amongst the veterans, but still similar trend line about them going down and being less of a pick choice right now because either you found something better or because you're struggling to play them at the moment. Maybe Derringer as a backup without Quartermaster is a bit harsh for you guys. I like it though.
Yeah. It's interesting.
Dinger enjoyer.
So you said you like it. I know you really like bows. So why don't we talk about the hunting bows and
Oh, what a second.
yeah.
Ooh.
All right.
Hunting bow you just dropped?
Like the primitive weapons.
What?
In general, like the biggest thing here was that the hand crossbow usage dropped the most. And when we say the most, also it didn't tank. It just dropped most significantly. And of course, that is very clearly because of the Dragon Balls.
Yep. I mean, yeah, it clearly showed us that the main ammo used
Despite
was
the drop,
Dragon
the
Bolt,
bow remains
but
highly
yeah,
picked.
What we want to achieve with the hand crossbow is to make all the ammo types useful and equal. So probably need to look at maybe bumping up the other ammo. We already did with the update to add the damage to the normal bolts.
Yep.
But maybe there's scope for other things there as well.
What we see in the graph, but only in a moment, you kind of see like it still is in a good spot though. So
Yeah.
basically, those who just use it just for the Dragon Ball, like they might have abandoned ship on it, a little bit, but there's still a huge following of the hand
Dragon
crossbow
Ball
in general
enjoyers
for
are
its
gone.
like versatility, how you call it, like being versatile, and with the choke bolts, the poison bolts, etc.
The utility that
giving
they
you
provide.
giving you nice utility. And on the bow, obviously, also a drop in usage, but to be fair, rather small. So the bow went to become a size 3 weapon, so obviously much more of a taxing choice. You need either Quartermaster for another equal size 3, or you need to pair it with just a weaker weapon. Now, that means in general, though, that you guys feel that the bow is still very much powerful enough, even in this new role. And that makes us very happy, because it is still a good and fun weapon to use, but it feels just a little bit more fairly placed in the arsenal with additional cost. Even if that meant cutting out some of the combination options, like, for example, if you pick a size 4 main weapon, you can't bring the bow anymore. And we think that is fair, even though, there's a bit of a tier drop also with us with this one, because some of the slowdowns were fun. But there's new things to explore, and the bow on its own really can stand on its own ground and be a nice complementary mid-range or mid-power level choice together with some of the other secondaries.
I mean, not mid-power level.
So yeah, let's have a look at the graph. So you can
Dude,
see
look
here,
at the
Hunting
bow.
did see this initial drop. It's been recovering just a little
Holy
bit there.
moly.
Finding a very strong pace. Again, maybe even too strong still, as you can see. Like, it kind of breaks out still to the top.
It's
It's
the top 4 guns.
I think the 5th or 6th most. There's a couple of like dark.
With how hard it is to use, like, it's just how strong it
choice.
is.
So it is still very much powerful, very much used a lot. Even with losing access to the frag arrows, obviously continue losing access to the frag arrows being scarce. And in general, like
going up a slice slot, technically.
Exactly, like having a harder tax on the combination options. With the hand crossbow, again, as you can see, there's a significant drop. Yes, roughly I would say half, maybe a little bit more than half of usage left. But again, still very much in a strong and healthy
Is that what
space. We're very
the
happy
Dragon
actually with
Ball
the hand
enjoyers?
crossbow,
Half
even
of
if
the
it
hand
cuts
crossbow
out, like, the
gang.
usage that people really appreciated, being able to use the Dragon Balls there.
Funny.
But even without it, it still has its room, and we're quite happy about this in general. The crossbow even went up in usage a little bit. Interesting here is to
I
see
use the crossbow. It's
It went up even though we made explosive ammo scars on it, right?
Yes.
Which kind of tells us that wasn't the most played ammo on the crossbow. But on that note, you can see the Chukunu, poor Chukunu, dripped down a bit, which was probably
no one took that thing
also
anyway
because of the
losing the explosive
ammo.
So like the Chukunu is probably one of those we want to look at a little bit more in the future. But in general, as expected, some of the motion here, with the surprise being the crossbow actually going up rather than going down. And then if you take a look at the 6 stars again, similar thing here. There seems to be less people using the Dragon Balls in 6 stars. You know who you are. So you see overall much higher retention of
I was
the
just
hand
thinking
crossbow,
that. What's the
usage here
lowest
still in
pick?
comparison, but still it is noticeable. And on the
Chukunu is just a bit
hunting bow,
awkward
you
to
guys,
use, but
didn't
yeah,
get
it's
too
a
much of
meme
an
weapon,
impact
and
on
that's
that one.
fine. This game
The
needs to be
crossbow
okay
even
with
going up
meme
a little
weapons.
bit more than on average.
They can't make every
And
weapon
the
picked
Chukunu,
equally.
I guess like most
The
of you on
nitro
6
is
stars,
going to
you
be less.
didn't really
The
use
Avto is going to
Chukunu
be
much
less.
with
That's
explosive.
fine.
Actually,
You
didn't
don't
use
need to
the
buff
Chukunu
them.
much.
Let them just be
Stop.
less. You have
But it does have,
200
less
guns.
of an impact, and it
Some are
kind of
going to
remains
be
almost on a
less.
similar level as before.
Show
So
me the
it's interesting
flamethrower.
to see,
The
like,
answer's the
player
flamethrower
motivation
pioneer.
and
I've solved
how
it.
the usage, like,
It's
choosing what
it's
equipment to bring
flamethrower.
into a mission is impactful.
It is absolutely without a doubt the
And,
least picked weapon.
Let's move on
Guarantee.
to maybe the most discussed topic in the chat right now is the Springfield, but with that the medium and compact rifle.
Yeah, so this is like an entire category. to talk
Nah,
about, but obviously
more
the Springfield
people
is
take
going
the
to be
Shredder way
singled
more
out
than
a little bit.
flamethrower.
So
Absolutely.
surprise! The Springfield saw a significant drop after update 2.8 launched. Again, however, there's a caveat because it's still actually pretty strong. We'll see that in the graph in a moment, but absolutely it was felt that its utility by combining it with the Doom ammunition, which is now scarce and therefore not.
It was,
reliably,
but I never.
cookable
I saw
anymore. You
one
find it in the
flamethrower
world,
during
you
the
can loot it from
entire
other
event on
players,
an enemy.
if
I
you're lucky,
never saw an enemy with a
in
flamethrower.
order to bump it up to that.
Maybe that's just me, but I've
But in
seen
general,
like one in game.
We still feel that this is a very good change.
Shredders,
for
I've seen
the
a few.
Springfield, because it fulfills that role of giving you a cheap size 4 option. So the cheap shouldn't always be just I'm size 3, I'm cheaper, I'm size 4, I'm more expensive, because it impacts what you can do secondary weapon-wise, right? So by going for, let's say, a Romero, which is size 4 shotgun.
Surely the Springfield is
size
tanked.
4 rifle,
Surely no one is
that
bringing the
with, for
Springy
example,
right
a
now.
cheap, sidearm, you do have some budget loadout options to go to, and that was important to retain as well in that option. So we're still kind of happy with it, but we look at it a bit more in a second what it actually means.
Like Springy
we
must
also
be.
see some very clear winners in the size 3 category, specifically the 1865 carbine and the Veteli, moving closer to being higher pick choices. And then in
Where's the
general,
Cyclone?
What we still see is though that a lot of the weapons,
Cyclone
I can
3.
name the Marathon as an example here, they're kind of like flatlined in a similar way. Like they're constant. Flatline's maybe the wrong word. They haven't really changed much. It's put like that. They have their following, people use it, they like it, but it didn't pivot much up or down in any way from where it was before. Still is a reliable, good pick, but that's about it. So yeah, let's have a look at Springfield. So as you can see, like it was never
poor
really the most used
Springfield.
weapon, but it's still like, I would say like 60, 70, maybe 65 or so % roughly. Of
Not
where
as
it
big
was
as drop
before.
as I thought
So
there
it
would be.
didn't completely tank, actually even went a little bit up.
Because
with
it
the
had
hotfix
Dum Dum
area
removed
again.
and it's a 4 slot.
But still kind of trending a little bit down. So it's something to look into. It's not in the healthiest spot, but it's also not in a bad spot. So if you take into account
For the
extra ammunition
price,
it has, if you take into account
it should be higher.
just like the price and just the affordability of it, it still seems to be a very desired pick for many of you out there.
The cheapest
especially
gun
if
in the
you're struggling
game.
for money, etc. It's a good solid option to consider.
Me.
Rohan is Mr. Springfield, right?
I'm Mr. No Money.
I think it's interchangeable.
So
So this is a specific example here for the Springfield and how the ammunition on the Springfield
to be
has
expected.
changed. So there goes a bit of a different formula in the background. That's why we moved the left side. Like, so there's no percentages. It's really just about the relationship between the different ammo types here to get this point
This
across.
is how it should be for every
as
gun.
You've seen before, like the Springfield had Dum Dum be by far the most dominant primary pick. Like you would definitely bring Dum Dum before I would bring something else in there, and would use that more often. At least have like more often than not at least one Dum Dum ammo equipped in it with the 2 slots it can equip compared to just running at default. And we've seen explosive being the very low, poison the very low, and high velocity being very low. Now,
honestly,
as you can see here,
explosive
this is like, again, about
and Dum
this
Dum
whole
could go higher.
diversifying of our loadout options.
Let's have all the
that
special
by
be equal.
hard tanking the Dum Dum availability, we actually have other ammo types thrive a little bit now. So, so if you think it's important for having like status effects like fire, for example, which you don't have access here, but like in this case poison, like you can use like hit someone with it. They're pressured because they can't heal at the moment, etc. It gives you an advantage you can exploit. You see people kind of picking
Explosive
that one
should
up
be
and saying, okay,
unscarce.
well, I guess
Explosive should
poison
have
is my
like
go-to
look
now
at
in this
yeah
regard.
look
Not
at
as many as
explosive.
chosen Dum Dum, but you see
This could have
people
stayed
are
here.
kinda, like,
This could
growing
have
to the
stayed,
idea
and it
of
would
still
still
having
be
at least
so
some
fine.
variety in ammunition.
Explosive
kind
should
of using
stay.
it in the same way to apply pressure.
How would you,
maybe with
bro?
the Springfield
Explosive
shotty or
is like
whatever, that you
the
would
least
apply with
picked,
Dum Dum now
and they
applying with
still
poison.
wanted to tank it.
Or at least in this case, like, so if I can't have Dum Dum, at least give me the higher speed, higher velocity, high.
Explosive should have stayed the same, bro.
In order
They just had to get rid of Dum
make it
Dum.
easier for me to click those heads. Yeah, explosive didn't really matter too much. It was low. It's still low.
Why did you touch
But
explosive?
we obviously see also the standard ammunition go up very drastically. So
Poor explosive.
again, even without picking any extra ammo types, you still, guys, you still believe this gun is good, and we trust you. So apparently, it's being used and worthwhile to pick still. But that doesn't mean we don't want to do any balance to it. All right, then let's have a look at the other like medium.
But yeah,
combat
I feel like I
rifles
never
that's,
saw Springies either.
As you can see, the 3 slots stonks up high. All 3 slots.
Stop saying
are going really
stonks!
high. So the
Jeez,
80-65 and the
it's the
Vettel
year
obviously clear
2026,
winners
man.
from the ISR, but also landing and steadying at a good place that we want, competing with this.
The
four slots with the
Ranger.
Centennial.
My
And essentially are in
Ranger.
that green zone we showed you earlier, where we kind of want all our weapons to almost push towards.
Yeah, yes, you definitely see a lot more of those, but we think this is a good thing because we didn't see enough of them before.
Look,
the
dude,
Frontier is a good
Ranger was
example as well,
already
weapon that
the
kinda
lowest
remained a
picked,
bit
okay?
stable, but
Well,
it's actually
you know,
seen like
infantry,
some steady increase. So it seems to
Why-
be growing
why
in different
punish the
versions,
Ranger?
It seems to be growing on.
Why
on-
punish
on
the lower
class,
picked
be that
stuff?
as the marksman, maybe as the silencer.
Surely
version, just as a
you wouldn't
complementary,
buff
either,
this to
like
get them
second,
all
size
equal
3
here.
weapon, or maybe having that one as a primary and then bringing one of those easy accessible, like either Son of
The
Shotgun,
Ranger could be a
dual-wield,
3
stock
slot, boom,
pistols,
it's straight here.
whatever
The
it is,
infantry would be 4 slot,
bomb launcher,
but it does some more
backup
damage,
weapons,
could be a bit here.
in your loadout. Interestingly enough, though, the Ranger while remaining stable, has actually been overtaken by the infantry, which was almost absent before.
Because why
and
would you
has
take the
really
ranger
risen
over
to
the
prominence.
infantry?
We think there's two reasons for that. One, obviously, like by going both of them being size 4 weapons. If you have to pick a size 4 weapon and you accept that as a limitation, you probably want to have the strongest option, which is like more ammunition, longer barrel, etc. And maybe the drawback or levering other pieces isn't that important to you in this case. However, there's also some really pretty good looking skins as part of the battle pass. So I think it just some of you really enjoy using those skins, and that's why we all.
Honestly, I did. That's why I used the infantry for the skins.
Performance. So it's interesting how sometimes
But
like
what about the
availability of
ranger,
skin
man?
or whether a weapon is used in a specific.
The ranger's so
quickly
low.
challenged by a large amount of people. or
Don't
as part of,
punish
like,
the
say,
low
a story
guns.
challenge. That obviously that always locally drives up some of those usage and spikes it a little bit. And we're like, why is this going up? There's a challenge in this thing, and then that's the reason why. So sometimes it isn't very clear for us even from the get-go. We have to like
kind of deep dive a
little bit into it. So,
Actually,
yeah.
that was one of the questions I seen in the chat. Like, how do you measure it when there's actual challenges
Buff
going on?
the
with
ranger.
weapon and then,
Buff the ranger. Buff the ranger.
Generally, when we have challenges that cause a shift, it is like a temporary spike, and so it kind of balances out, and you see it settle. So, I mean, obviously, this time frame is kind of short, so you might see these little peaks, like even in the middle where the infantry goes for a little bit of a peak. So that is kind of what the challenge kind of peak looks like. But when there is proper meta balancing changes, you kind of see a steady increase or a sharp drop.
Yep.
Case in point, uppercut and stuff like that.
Let's talk about the new weapon, the 1890 cavalry that arrived.
People have barely used it though,
So
right?
this
Like
is-
they're
this
only
is
just
also
unlocking it
interesting.
now.
Let's quickly go back in thought, like to the discussion we had earlier in the beginning, actually, about the uppercut and the haymaker, where people looked at the stats like, oh, you know what, like the uppercut really doesn't have the edge with the stats, and everybody probably should be using haymaker because you get the shotgun on top, you have even more ammunition in your drum. Extra ammunition is great. It's like, why would you ever bring the uppercut? And clearly the data showed people still do.
Yeah.
Very much so. Still, actually, right now more than the haymaker. And that's a similar discussion.
This should be a separate video or a separate stream. This shouldn't be the event chapter 2 dev stream. It doesn't fit.
It doesn't. Okay, well, it's another single shot.
It doesn't. This is awesome, but it should be separate.
Be something that has changed also.
Balancing stream, data stream, whatever. Not a chapter 2 event stream.
More, that can create so much more appeal and interest for a specific weapon, and we see exactly this here with the 18.
No, I think they need to get into this depth and detail, but not for the dev
side
stream.
Is actually growing to become a favorite weapon and a very strong pick, especially obviously as it's a size 3 weapon, and you can combine it very nicely.
We're just seeing what guns people are taking, how the event has influenced different guns.
It's the whole field, the sights.
What guns are dropping, what guns are peaking.
So it's just very satisfying to use. And that's something you don't necessarily always see reflected in the stats and the raw stats.
Yeah, I agree. New content, data, balancing art, Q&A.
People over to use some weapons more than others.
But the data should be in a
some
separate
of this is
stream.
also due to it is the new weapon in the update, right?
Yep.
So we kind of predicted it will be used a lot. So it'll be interesting.
This
to
is
see
an
that finally
interesting
settles
info
onto
though.
one.
It's also the first
We're
weapon
seeing
in a
why
long
they're
while.
making the changes they're making. Look at the cavalry. You can tell when people start unlocking it in June the 17th.
In general, what we see here is like, and I hope you guys can see it because we didn't have
very
so much,
blue.
we didn't have so much control about the colors, but you definitely see it.
I mean, what do you expect? Like, of course everyone's watching this.
So people really like it. That is like without it being unlocked by me.
We all care about
and
the game, like what's happening, what they're thinking, what they're doing.
Increases, and you kind of move through the battle pass and eventually get access to this weapon.
I'd be surprised if anyone
actually
isn't.
Going up really high and up to like the top.
That's
10,
bad, Pioneer.
used
Toe wants to
weapons
miss
for
things.
sure.
Toe
And
doesn't
still
want to
remains
watch
up there.
this.
Like, there's a slight trend downwards, maybe some fatigue setting in. People have tried it out.
But yeah, this isn't spoilers
but
right
also
now.
in general, like,
This
still
is good
running
information,
high.
good
So
data.
interesting for us
Spoilers
to kinda
happens
see
in
how
a
this
bit.
weapon will move over the next weeks and months. If it stabilizes there, if it's maybe too strong, even who would have thought that. Or if through additional balancing,
cavalry's fine. It'll decrease
nudge
if
it down,
anything.
push it more into this midfield. But in general, we are very happy with this. It's a very healthy start, and yeah, I think many people didn't have the gun on their radar as being like such an interesting, widely used pick in the end.
Yeah, I think the 3 slots really make it shine, and that gives us a lot of space for many more guns in the future.
Yep, very encouraging.
Of course, with the previous update, we also made some changes to tools and consumables. So let's take a look at the tools.
Yeah, so this is going to be just
Flare
a
pistol
quicker,
decreased.
Overview here. What we've done is we nerfed the flare pistol. We took away some of its extra ammunition because we felt it was too dominant, too prominent, and clearly the usage has reduced.
Penny shot decrease.
Now again, the healthy part is that fuses have actually increased drastically.
I'm curious.
Are now picked more than a flare pistol.
How
even
low
more
is
than
the penny
Derringer
dinger, or
shot.
how
That's
high
actually
is it?
Interesting to see. I think it also has a very nice effect on the burning meta in general, because you can't just ignite people so reliably over longer distances. I mean, yeah, you could go for picture and do things, but like by default, like you're more limited, but you have more throw attempts because you carry more fuses than flare pistol shots. But it's an interesting dynamic, and it's what we hoped for. We also saw the Derringer penny shot usage decrease with a minor nerf, so it was kind of like the Swiss Army knife of tools, right? Where it was easy against doors, great against the emulators up front, so you didn't even need to bring a knuckle knife if you had it. For those 2-3 maybe emulators that might be struggling, you might be struggling with. So in general, like that utility that we took away a little bit from the Derringer penny shot, how well it worked against the bigger monsters, etc. It still remains a very strong pick, but it is actually,
let's see,
chipped off a little bit of its usage that to the benefit of other tools are now seeing like a slight increase. So we think like that's a healthy trend. We're not fully there yet. I think we can do more to have some of the lesser used tools still shine more, and we still have to look at some of the melee tools, especially the throwable ones, down the line as well, like if they land at the right spot. But that's for the future for us.
I reckon everyone takes spear, but no one throws it. And I think that's going to throw the charts, and they're going to nerf the spear.
So as you can see here,
dude, look at that. Penny dinger wasn't even taken.
You can see like there's one very much at
What's
the top.
that top tool?
I guess everybody might guess which tool that could be. And then
No.
also the second one underneath, I guess many
Med
people
kit?
could also kind of guess what that could be.
What is it?
In this regard, like medkit, spear, etc.,
Spear!
is pretty much a given here. But all the remaining choices have been a little bit further apart before the update, and now actually coming down a little bit and being a bit tighter. Now the interesting
It's so
piece here
annoying
is
because
that
the spear's
you
going to
have
get
consider
punished
the
because
tools
everybody
also
melees with
together
it,
with
and it's so
consumables.
sad.
And by just giving you guys this option,
Honestly,
now to say,
nerf
like,
the
you know,
melee
actually,
against
more consumables
AI.
is more what
Boom.
I want. I want tarot cards. I
Make
want
it
shots,
suck
I
against
want,
AI.
explosives, and actually,
Let's see what people
instead
do.
of leaving an empty spot there or so in the previous tool category, I can just say, okay, well, let's take a tool less, and instead bring this is great. This is fine. They don't need to be on the same level. We don't need.
They're probably going to nerf it though, because too many people take it. That's the issue. Is it's good against
you
AI.
can express your playstyle better. You can bring the things.
That's
that
the
matter to
issue.
you,
No one
and you have
uses it for
control about your
PvP.
loadouts. And
No one
we think that
PvPs
is
with
the
a spear.
case here, while we see an intra tool balance
But
improvement,
because everybody takes it for
taking some of the
AI,
dominant pieces a bit further
it's going to
down,
probably
that's
get
great,
nerfed.
But overall, like, it seems that consumables are benefiting more than tools for the change, and we think that's absolutely fine and okay. We keep on observing that.
We have the
We'll see though,
Oh,
I
yeah,
guess.
the 6 data. Yeah, same trend line really.
They might
But,
just
you
nerf
can
for
see, like,
AI.
there's some choices that are a bit closer, like some of the
We'll
big
see.
good picks. They just went up in usage, right? So they're closer to, assumably, the throwing spear here. And yeah, I mean, 6-star players also still know that it's good to bring a medkit. So there's no more to add.
How has
no
a
one's
medkit
dropping the
usage
medkit
increased?
after the ISR still. So.
Surprise.
Why are more
Surprise.
people taking medkits?
So now that we looked at a lot of the data, what are our
Who's
key
not
takeaways
taking
from
them?
this so far?
Yeah, so I think the general piece here is that the system change in general worked. We see a lot more shifting in the meta. We see a lot more underdogs coming up from being more like niche weapons, niche equipment.
It does
We
seem
see some of
nice
the
though.
dominating
They are
pieces
really
now
paying attention to the
dropping at least
data
into the midfield, not necessarily
and
seeing hard
maybe
nerfs, but at least
making some
enough
cool
that they make room
changes.
for other choices. And that's really been the goal of this whole system. Is like
They're looking at this pretty
diversify the
closely, it
loadouts,
seems.
Get more different guns out there. You might anecdotally have come across this as well. Like if you think about it, like seeing how many weapons were on the ground after a fight, you see things you haven't seen in a long time now, which is great. Like in general, we are very happy with this one. There's still some pieces that we need to go and balance further. We talk about this in a second. But in general, this has been a very successful rollout, and we are very happy with the results. And also very much appreciate all the feedback you guys have put forward, helping us kind of like put not only the data side, but also like your sentiment, your feelings about this in perspective. Because very often, as we established with the stats on the uppercut, for example, with the Haymaker, it's also about emotion and not just about pure data.
And absolutely. And before we look at the balance changes, just to reinforce that, If you like this kind of deeper look at data, please let us know if you want to have this on the streams, even more detail or like this, and if you want like a dedicated blog or something like this to
like
look
a-
into it. Because of course we can do it, but we know it's a
Monthly,
somewhat drier topic, and
monthly hunt gun stock update.
So I mean, in general, like this was a big section now because we had this big system change. Obviously, in the future, we want to then keep it more to like important trends. We probably don't want to spend like the same amount of time every single update. But I think this was very good and healthy, and hopefully you guys appreciate as well getting this insights and the thoughts and considerations, and also maybe challenge your own perspective a little bit on what you thought would be the next dominating or dominated choices, and kind of see how the actual meta is now shifting and shaping up, and it's maybe actually pretty good.
Absolutely. And in the next chapter 2 of Road to Hell, which is also update 2.8.1, we are making the first balance changes to this based on the data, of course. So let's look at those.
Now, finally, answering everyone's questions.
Yes.
So this is a very small, limited amount of changes. We didn't want to do anything that was risky because there was obviously time pressure to kind of build this update based on the feedback of the first couple of weeks. So this is very much hot press, right? And anything that is a bit more complex when you talk about actually balancing like shooting behavior, etc., like recoil, handling of weapons, that is something for the future. We wouldn't wanted to touch that one here. So we're looking mostly about smaller changes, like doing something with ammunition.
Less ammo for shotguns, you think?
With price in some cases. And as a first immediate follow-up step, and then also observe if maybe these changes are doing what we want them to do, or if you need to do more in the next bigger updates. So what are we looking at the moment? The first thing is...
And others.
That we have been looking at the shotgun reserve ammunition as a big piece here. To the point that we felt that it was just a bit too convenient to bring those size 2 shotguns because many of them came with like 8 to 10 extra rounds or total rounds of ammunition based on what's loaded, what you carried extra. And for most matches, it's pretty good. And the difference to, let's say, a size 4 shotgun or the previous large slot shotguns wasn't that big. So one of the things here is that we wanted to make the
shotguns get more ammo.
Shotguns feel a bit more rewarding for
sawn-offs get less ammo.
Size, so like a size 4,
Price
the whole
adjustment.
size 4, except for the Auto 4 and the Limit Carbine.
What
But
shotgun
both of
needs
those
more
are
ammo?
special cases. When you take a look at the Spectre, the Slate, the Terminus, all of these guns, they're all size 4, and we felt that they need a little bit more ammunition to be useful in this area. Most of them have actually stagnated in terms of their usage. None of
There's
them have
ammo
really
boxes
risen,
everywhere.
but also not really dropped hard. But they kind of like go like, yeah, well, they exist, they have the following. But especially in contrast to the sawn-offs, which have climbed up very, very drastically.
No one cares about ammo. People aren't taking the gun because of the ammo.
A bit
I
too
don't
good.
know.
So that's why we want to do this hand in hand. On one hand,
Go on,
just the full-size shotguns, the size 4 ones, going up in extra ammunition a little bit. Not all of them. Like the Romero, for example, we didn't feel need anything, so we didn't give that one more extra ammunition. But like weapons like the Terminus and others, we did that. We're not going to go about the exact numbers, but I think an example is like where a weapon might have had 8 shots extra ammunition before. Maybe it's 12 now. So like up to 50-ish%. But again, we also didn't do this as a flat out change across all of them because we used that same thing now to maybe promote, for example, like the Terminus a little bit more, that this benefits just
If a
slightly
shotgun
more
is
than the
killing
others
you in
because
one
it is
hit,
overall perceived as
you don't
being
got to
weaker
give it 12
shotgun.
bullets.
In a similar way, then the sawn-offs actually go down in usage. So where before they had like 6 to 8, sometimes even 10
You
rounds.
can server
total,
wipe with
we're looking
one
into, like
shotgun.
a reduction of sometimes even up to 50%.
Yeah, we need to
where,
find
like,
ammo.
a rival might be like 2/4 now. Or like or 2/6. I'm not 100% sure exact final numbers we've agreed on, but overall you can see some of them are very much reduced, and that means if you pick them, they're still very powerful. We didn't want to compromise the power also, right?
Yeah, I mean, exactly. We do like the fact that they are kind of reliable because before we did buff them a little, they were kind of not used because they were just basically perceived as RNG and kind of not reliable. So they would another medium size at that time would have been picked. So we kind of want to keep them at their relative power level, but want to make sure that when you're using it, you need to make sure your shots count.
Yeah, they're a bit more tax economically now by just having this.
People need to stop
So
sniping
still
with
very good
shotguns.
ambush weapons, they're good to react, but
That's
you might run out
the
in a
dream.
prolonged fight, and therefore need to react it. So maybe, again, some of you will just continue using it because I only need those 3 shotgun rounds and I kill that trio, perfectly fine. You're great. However, some of you might say like, you know what, actually I might now pick up dual pistols, or I might go pick up like a bomb launcher or like a stock pistol or any of the other size 2 alternatives because maybe they're more reliable for my purposes.
Yeah, and it's also important to know, like, we do want to make like incremental changes. We don't want to change them completely. So if we do see the trend still going up, most likely we will look into the shorty shotguns again.
Yeah,
in the coming updates.
At least nothing's final, right? They're staying open.
See, okay, as the meta is still shifting and like kind of solidifying after several weeks now, will this one, which is a change that comes up soon, obviously, have any impact there? Do we see the same trends confirmed or not? And then, yeah, it will inform any future balancing based on that. We also adjusted some of the shotgun pricing. There's again similar thing like the Terminus becoming just a bit cheaper, and therefore like within the shotgun categories, be that within the 4 or between the 2 sizes, having some adjustments there that some of the maybe underused ones are being shining up a little more.
Absolutely. And before we go on to the other changes, just want to address chat because there's a lot of talk about again like ping abuse and those usual topics that are coming up and ping restriction. First of all, in the last stream we had a longer segment for the Fair Play Task Force where we discussed those topics in details and how we are working on them and what our plans are and where we are currently with them. So please go back to that and check that out because I couldn't say it better than the people in the actual team that are working on it. So that's the update. And as I mentioned in the beginning of the stream that when we have bigger updates, we will let you know in the stream. So I see a lot of questions about cheaters again. We did.
I don't know, man. This kill. This is this. They are longing this out a little bit. I feel like they're not saying anything.
Super great. If you could ask the questions about the current topic when we are talking about it, because if you just spam the same thing 10 times about ping abuse, doesn't really help us, and we already kind of told you.
He's shouting at chat right now.
So again, we will try to update you as much as we can.
Telling chat to shut up.
We will have a dedicated Q&A segment at the end too. So if you have questions about anything, we will try to answer it. But it was so cool if you could talk about the topics and not just spam something. So please, that helps us a lot. Sorry to interrupt. I just wanted to address because a lot of questions. But yeah, let's move on to the other balance changes with that being said.
Yeah, so we grouped basically all
Springfield.
the other, smaller pieces
big buff for Springy
into this other category. So it's a limited set overall, but still without like the most meaningful, the most
Nitro has no random deviation. What does that mean?
So what we're doing
Shadow Leap buff. Shadow Leap buff.
This is a trend we've been seeing in general now, where
hell yeah, I might actually use it now.
Kind of moved with, for example, the Maynard into the
about
territory
time.
where we allow also medium weapons to have a high amount of damage, but they
Shadow
only have that for very short distance, and then they bleed their damage much easier over distance as the bullet kind of loses its power, compared to, let's say, a long ammo cartridge, which might maybe start a little bit lower in damage, but actually retains the damage and eventually overtakes in terms of damage at a certain distance. So think of the medium bullets as being good for stopping power, right? They work very well in close range, but they're not that effective in like the medium even, or some especially like the longer distances. And
dude, it took me 10 seconds to read this.
Has a powerful round. It kicks like a
It'll take them 10 minutes
when you get hit by it, but that damage obviously doesn't translate to be the same as, let's say, a weapon that is a long ammo weapon, because at 100 meters that damage will be a fraction of that. We also obviously have the shorty adjusted this one, so both of those become very interesting choices, because obviously they do a lot more damage, which means they're great for follow-up shots, etc.
Springy needed a buff
within the 50-meter kind of
for where it is. It either needed to be a 3 slot or more damage.
Shorty remains a size 2, obviously, and then rather giving them a bit more punch per shot.
I'm okay with that.
But still relying only.
You didn't miss anything, Pioneer. You didn't miss anything right now.
With high velocity, with
they've given shotguns some more ammo.
Like the damage
they've and then this here. Otherwise, they've just been explaining
high velocity is a bit lower.
Nothing.
So we didn't list those numbers here, but obviously everything translates down with the usual fractions and percentages as you would expect. We also went to the Berthier and looked at that one a little bit more. So the Berthier received a lot of buffs, I think 2 updates ago, roughly.
I don't get what that means.
We introduced a new system, because at that time also it needed to compete against, like the Crack against the Mosin, against the other weapons, being like large slot weapons.
Was Nitro not? Is that why I always get hit markers? Because I'm just unlucky.
But, in hindsight, we probably should have also reduced the damage. Like just relying on the ammunition seems to not have been enough because it's such a good pick.
It's just RNG.
So this is another attempt for just like nudging it down just a little bit compared to, let's say, some of the other size 3 weapons. So like, what does it mean for the
like sometimes it could do half damage or whatever.
and other weapons that it competes up directly. So we think this is a much better spot now. That means also, like, if you don't hit someone up close, but actually let the shot travel, at one point you might be below.
That's why I don't use it,
right?
because I'm.
So all of these
I get
knock-on
hit
effects, the
markers with it
veterans
only.
know exactly what that all means and translates to in practice for kill shots and reliability. But we think was an important step to kind of see it. And we still want
Which is good. You should never have had that.
Strong and be a strong choice, because with just 3 shots also and all the drawbacks it has about trades, etc., it still has handicaps around.
These
it.
are good
Obviously, a veteran
changes.
Can maybe work around
I
those
think.
better.
I think these are good
than someone
changes.
else, but still, it is something that we feel belongs in size 3, and we're gonna nudge it further if needed to make sure it actually fits in size 3. Last weapon piece here is the Nitro Express. So this has been something that you guys been asking about for a long time, but we couldn't really do just because of the power level. But we feel now we are ready to do this because of the size 5 categorization we can now, or did apply it for the Nitro Express. So the Nitro is once again more reliable to use at a distance. Because it doesn't have the random deviation, which is like kind of a micro spread that we added to the projectile.
Oh, spread.
Primarily for the Derringer, but
So it's
also
more of the
for
bullet
slugs.
could
So basically,
move
like
rather than
non-stabilized
damage.
rounds, can I use
Leave
this
Berthier alone.
to make sure that
Berthier is taken way too much.
Just, not really stabilized in flight.
It needs a tiny nerf, and I think this is a good tiny nerf. That seems fair.
We felt that was needed at the time, but now we can wind it back. So now, have fun using those peep sights again.
I think I love that. I love that gun.
Towers if you can. It's definitely more.
It's my best gun
to
in Hunt.
score headshots over distance.
Yep.
And then the last thing.
I don't think it'll matter
that's
too
more of a
much,
consistency
but
piece. We just
I think it will
introduced
put it in a
the
better spot.
interaction timer from 4 to 3 seconds, so you just should be able to just leap a little bit faster than you can do right now, and hopefully you get a bit more utility. It's just more of a minor change. We've seen that shadow leap has been kind of been going down in usage quite a bit. And anecdotally, very often you see people say like, "What's in a tower? It's a trade." Yeah, or it's a scarcity. Oh, it's shadow leap.
Yeah.
So we want to give a bit of shadow leap love here, but there might be more that we want to do and need to do.
Shadow
for
leap
this trade,
buff.
but that was the first
Shadow
step
leap
that was easy
buff.
to do, and we wanted to get it part of this.
Absolutely. And that closes our balancing changing segment for this update.
All right, now we can actually pay attention. Now Tony needs to leave because this is spoiler territory. if it hasn't left already, get out of here.
Chapter 2. But before that, let's take a
Although
look
it's only
at the
spoiling one
trailer.
thing, I guess. Still.
The
Balloon
is taking too long to fill. We need to open more gas valves.
Oh, she started stream. Okay. Probably she didn't want to watch anyone.
Cover me, sir.
This is interesting, dude. As a solo, this might suck. Having to run to every single gas tank. One by one by one by one by one by.
It's nearly ready.
Be the content you want to watch, absolutely. So this is the sniper. I reckon this is going to be the story. This is the story. And this is the DLC, I reckon. That's my guess. Yeah, it's not an extract though, but I like this
By the
idea.
creative services team. To shout out to those guys, always delivering super cool stuff.
What if they have it, Joe? What if it
and
says
before
thanks
we
to
jump
Crush?
into it, to chapter 2 Road to Hell,
They
very
might.
important thing is starting on July 2nd.
July
So
2nd.
Next week, you don't have to wait too much, and there's gonna be a bunch of exciting stuff in there and some new narrative pieces as well. So for that, we have Devon joining us today to talk us over that. How are you today? Hi.
I'm good. Yeah, I was so
She has
happy to
cool
be
hair.
invited. So thank you for having me.
Yeah, and I know you have super cool insights into like development
killed
and
Dennis.
real fun facts as well. So make sure
gone.
to stick around because it's gonna be a lot of fun. But yeah, how about jumping into chapter 2 and talking about the story around it and the cargo balloons?
Let's talk about balloons. I know a lot of people worked very hard on this, so it's very fun to just like, it's balloon time. Hopefully you all saw the gameplay trailer drop yesterday as well, which was looking great. So in researching this whole event and the theme of the event, we found that the military at this time, and a lot of militaries at this time, had balloons that they would use. And these were historically for like aerial reconnaissance. You would get up top and do topography. You would make a map or report on enemy movements, sometimes like give instructions for fire down below. So my favorite fun fact in learning about the military balloons is that they used to be painted bright colors for intimidation. That was the purpose, and I just crack up every time I think of like some guys in the 1800s, this like
That's
hot
what the
pink
H
balloon,
is.
and they're like,
Helium.
Oh no!
And I remember the idea came, we wanted to put it in the game because one, it sounded like fun. And then Rohan came over and said, well, we've got this story. How would this make sense in there? And the answer is quite easily. You know, not only is it historically accurate, it was used in the US in the Civil War. Both the Union and Confederate armies had balloons. The Union had a whole balloon corps that they then disbanded afterwards. But it's also, it makes sense. The 26th Regiment gets to this area. A lot of it's very wild. People haven't been here for a long time. There's grunts attacking them. There's other hunters who are entrenched here attacking them who don't want them involved. Like, supply routes overland are just a non-starter, so they think that they'll go by air. And they procure a balloon. It is... Maybe they stole it. Maybe it's Desolation's delegate. He has come up, I think Nicolette mentioned him in the last stream, formerly the Statesman, if you remember him. He is basically financing this operation. He is sending weapons and ammo and things in crates via the balloon to the 26th Regiment.
Flame pro, flame pro, flame pro, flame
like
pro.
Them to send him samples of corruption, monster parts, and weird stuff that they find that they can't explain. And whatever he's gonna do with that, I don't know. Maybe we'll find out.
But they ate that stuff, so they couldn't really send it.
They ate some of that stuff. They sent some other stuff. So when your hunter arrives here, you and your bloodline, you can see from the storytelling in the stronghold, the writing on the walls, that kind of what's already been happening to the 26th, that's already gone down. And now all of those crates that they were using are just lying around for you. So what are we gonna do with those, Rohan?
Yeah, so let's talk about the gameplay changes that are coming.
All right.
So, what are cargo balloons? So there is kind of an expansion.
New extraction
of already,
objective.
More
Fight over cargo.
Play at the stronghold. With chapter
That's
1,
cool.
we had obviously the dead boss there to banish, the cage boss target.
Ooh.
And now we kind of expand about playing an objective at the stronghold with the balloons. They are basically a new extraction objective where you can extract loot out of the game mid-mission, which is something new that we've done. We'll get into the details in a bit.
Mid-mission extract.
Basically load the balloon with cargo and send it out, inflate it and send it out for some juicy rewards.
Yeah, so what are the balloons?
This is gonna be so cool.
Yeah, so the cargo balloons there'll be one per stronghold. They'll always
Bounty
be at the
token.
stronghold. They're used to extract the cargo, and the cargo that's extracted is rewarded to you even if you don't.
You can get bounty tokens out of the game. Stop little rat boys.
The cargo can include the cargo crates that you. I mean, I'm sure there's been a topic of discussion with the community.
Some of you have been carrying them around.
Exactly. We just teased it, and we wanted to see how many people would actually carry it around, and I guess people found value in it to run to the extract, which I like. I love it. But yeah, the cargo crates were always designed with the balloon in mind, and more importantly, you can extract a bounty token mid-mission, which is something we're very excited about to experiment with.
How interesting.
So there's like kind of two parts to the whole gameplay. You have to kind of inflate it first. Once it's ready, you have to interact with the balloon to release it, which is also kind of a timed interaction. So there's a lot of defense and attack play that you can do. And as an attacker to a balloon compound, you can also, there are many ways to counterplay it as well.
And of course, the team that launches
it. The team that launches gets the reward,
Yeah, and let's look at the inflation mechanic that you talked about. So how does that work?
A lot of you have already talked about the barrels that you're seeing at the stronghold. Well, yeah, that's containing gas that you inflate the balloon with.
12
there
minutes?
Are valves at the barrel that once you open
Are you
those
crazy?
valves will inflate the balloon. There are generally the 3 valves at
That's
each
amazing.
stronghold. Essentially, they kind of join at this junction towards the balloon, and they're all connected by a pipe. So how you find them is you kind of can follow the pipe to find the valve.
This is cool, man. This is
there's
cool.
one valve always inside the main fortified area, and 2 are always outside. So you kind of have to put yourself at risk to inflate the balloon faster.
Like a King of the Hill
the
type.
more valves you turn on, the faster it inflates. And here are some of the numbers. So with all 3 activated, you inflate it in 4 minutes, and the slowest you can inflate it is 12. I think in actuality, you'll kind of see that number somewhere in between, around 6-ish minutes, because you're not going to inflate all 3 at the same time, and then there are other teams who obviously going to block you from turning on all the valves. So the 6 minutes should also, or up to 12 minutes, should also provide enough time for teams to even get here and then kind of either steal the balloon,
even
kill
4
the
minutes
team
is
inflating the balloon, and take it for themselves. A whole bunch of things.
Someone was like, inflation. This is the fun kind of inflation. Okay.
I mean, yeah, during playtests, ironically, one of the saddest but even amazing things to see was you're getting to the compound and you see the balloon kind of drift away, calm down away. But it's a cool visual, though.
I want to shout out also our level art and level design
No,
team. They did
dude.
a lot of research into the
Most
hydrogen
matches, I'm
barrels,
getting
and
entire
that is
server
the way that they
fights in the
looked. They've
compound.
actually, I mean,
I'm
you can't
almost
see it from
every
the
game. There's
outside,
at least
but,
2
they
teams
have,
in the
like,
middle
layers
compound.
inside of the barrels, so the different
Easily.
chemicals could be reacting. and
Sometimes there's none,
working
of
together.
course,
Yeah.
but most games there's at least 2 teams in the
So
middle.
How do we load
At
the
least.
balloons with the actual cargo?
Without a doubt. This is just going to bring more people.
Yes.
So these
It's
cargo
going to be
crates you've
awesome.
been lugging around, you can actually fit them. They're nice slots in
4
the balloon.
crates,
Ooh, I
1
wonder what you put
token.
in there. You put these cargo crates in there. So you carry them to
You
the
only
balloon.
get
You can load
the
up to
rewards
4
when you
cargo
launch.
crates. It's important that once the balloon is loaded with the crate, you can't unload it, right? And including the token. So you can load up to 4 crates and 1 bounty token into the balloon. Loading the crate does not reserve ownership, meaning if you
Yeah,
load
just snipe
your
it,
cargo crate
absolutely.
in it doesn't mean you will get the rewards. It's all the rewards are completely
We need a
tied
smoke
to
bomb.
the person extracting the balloon. But
Hmm.
if say I am extracting the balloon, my whole team will get the reward. It is shared within the team.
Absolutely. So what are in the crates? Then?
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, this is the hottest topic of discussion with these crates, right? We've introduced 2 of them at start of chapter 1, and you must have seen the 3rd one come in last week when
Weapon?
we unlocked the new strongholds, the weapon cargo crate. But essentially,
Yeah,
there
I
are
might have
3
to start
types
bringing
of
in a
cargo
dino
crates,
bundle.
The scarce ammo crate, the hunt dollar crate, and the weapon cargo crate. And each of them have a standard and a worn variant. I can go into a bit more detail now because we were just teasing it, but the scarce ammo crate, the worn scarce ammo crate gives 1 random instance of a scarce ammo type for a gun, and the pristine, the standard version gives 2 of a specific type, and you will see it in the interactions. Like some of you have seen when carrying the cargo crate that says pick up scarce ammo crate in parentheses dum-dum/shredder ammo, and so you kind of know which one you're going to get out, and that's what makes it a little bit more valuable. The hunt dollars, the worn hunt dollars give around 100 hunt dollars, and the standard one gives 250.
So you can get
And
1K.
For the weapon, the new cargo crate, the weapon,
Flamethrower,
worn weapon crate gives
flamethrower.
a pistol, a shotgun, and a rifle. It's important to know these will be not contraband, so you can sell them also once you exit out. And the standard one gives a scarce weapon, and it will be specified with scarce weapon. So if you walk up to the crate, you'll see it say, pick up scarce ammo crate, scarce weapon crate, and it says shredder in parentheses.
Hey!
Another thing I want to clarify.
You can get
we had
flamethrower from
3
it.
cargo crates show up at the stronghold of chapter 1. That's because we were teasing them.
Flamethrower.
Now with the balloon,
Flamethrower.
and the idea is there's going to be like 12-ish. Supposedly,
I'm extracting
the
4
idea we
flamethrowers
wanted
right now.
was we want you to explore around the stronghold because it could be in the trenches, into the tent area, and we want it to be a choice of what you load in. So you kind of either you take the risk of taking the worn hunt dollar crate that's right in front of you next to the balloon, or you venture out, possibly putting yourself at risk to gain a a scarce ammo crate.
Actually, on the hunt dollar side, a lot of people were like, before we mentioned the balloons, even like, oh, it's too low. So now, of course, you can put more.
You can put up to 4. So the balancing was always, we didn't want it to inflate too much, knowing that you can always extract 4 out. So we've kind of tamed that. And it also adds a layer of choice because you could find these ones that you maybe not value that much, but there's the hope to find the other ones that you do value and kind of go around the stronghold.
So how do players play around this new objective kind of in the game?
So essentially all the valves you'll see,
Oh.
they work like crankgate wheels.
That's
right? So if
annoying.
you damage them, they'll turn the valves off.
You just have to
You
shoot
can
the
turn
valve.
back on by interacting with it, but obviously then you have to put yourself at risk, come out to the valve to turn it
What
back
the
on.
hell?
It kind of slows down the inflation
No
process and then
way.
gives other teams time to come and maybe launch an attack or even sneakily
Right.
launch the balloon by stealing it, which I've done in a couple of playtests, and it feels really good, right? And
This is
since
gonna
you
be
keep
this
the
is
rewards
the
after
hunt
you
is
die, you
is
can
gonna
also
have every
try and do a
game
Hail
in
Mary
the
play.
compound.
You know, 2 of your teammates are down. They're probably fighting another team. You kind of just run in, sit, and launch the balloon when it's ready. The launch interaction is also around 8 seconds long, so it is a commitment.
8
So while
seconds.
someone is trying to launch, you can also like throw in a
8
dynamite.
seconds.
Yeah. It's super fun. And why don't we actually also look at it?
Good
while
luck
talking about
ever
it, so you guys
extracting,
can also see it on
bro.
the screen how it
Good luck
exactly
ever
works.
extracting, bro. What the hell?
The balloon. Here you can see the junction I was talking about with the
Yep,
pipes.
follow
so
it.
it kind of leads you to the valve.
This is like that ship game I played.
It's important to note, once you turn one on, you'll see
That's
in the video,
fine.
the valves have feedback of them wobbling, so you can tell which valve is on at all times, and you can tell if someone has turned it off as well, similarly. So there's 3
Okay.
of them. 1 is always in the crate, in the fortified area, just to repeat. And here you can see the difference in speeds. What's important to note is it was really important to the team to have like diegetic UI. So you have this kind of
That's really cool.
meter next
really
to the
cool.
balloon that shows you how close it is to being filled, and it makes
Wildland.
noise at 50%, and at 100% you'll kind of see obviously the balloon filled, but also kind of particle effects come out, and
This is
it's
cool.
very clear that the balloon is ready for launch.
This is cool,
I
man.
want to see if we can turn them on with poltergeist.
No. That was balance. No. I was gonna say it's a balancing issue. It gets really trolly if you sit with the beetle and pull the guys away there. It was considered. As you can see, this is the feedback for it.
So
being
how do you
filled
launch it?
And how the balloon looks.
Yeah, as we look up that big XXVI, the Roman
Dude,
numeral
we're getting
26, I guess
headshot
just
right
a
now.
Behind the scenes fun fact is that all the military balloons had names because they were vessels like ships. You had to name your vessel. And so we got really excited about naming the balloon. We had decided on Renegade, but then we found an art test.
New
and
space
this
skin.
is the perfect example of like, no matter how perfectly you plan something, what it is in the game is going to be different sometimes. In the art
What
test,
the hell?
yeah, there it
That's
is.
me.
That's so cool.
Losing in real time. Yeah, we found
That's
that it didn't
awesome.
look as good. Renegade just printed on the edge of the balloon. It was too long and it wrapped around, so we thought let's do something shorter like Star or Rogue. Those could have
That's
worked,
cool.
but nothing looked as intimidating with the dark colors and the kind of like scrawled on numerals. So yeah, we just kept it the way it is now.
It looks sick though. So.
It does.
very
Looks good.
And I think it's gonna be a really fun addition.
Oh man,
so.
we're super excited. I mean, I think like even during playtest, we had some of our best hunt fights around just because of the spread of objectives and stuff. In terms of finding the valves.
I didn't even
And I
consider
also
that.
feel like it's such a big
No way.
game changer change.
Yeah.
Like
Oh.
something we never really had, even anything similar in the game so far. So I was so excited.
Oh.
Yeah, extracting bounty in the middle of a match and then probably going to another bounty without the
Flashbang
downside of having a
balloon
giant
steals.
marker on you as well. So
it's gonna be crazy. And just to say it again, it is coming on the 2nd of July,
Absolutely.
so next week, because people are like, oh my god, when is it coming? Yeah, just a second. So it's gonna be really cool. But we do have some other things in the update as well. So we have some new story challenges.
Is this gonna be the sniper?
2 of them actually. So let's talk about those first.
Yeah, Chapter 2 will have 2 new story challenges. One is free and one is premium. So the
Yeah,
free
I think
story
I'm right
challenge
with
is
the
called
ones.
The Regiment's Last Stand. And this does something that we're really excited about. We want to be able to start using the story challenges to feed into the event story and to get you more of that. Because when we make events, a lot of what we do is make like a big narrative document and everybody kind of, it's so big. Everyone's like, why did you make it so big? But everyone can use that to kind of find the themes and the vibes, and we all try to use this as this kind of unifying factor. And some cool stories end up there that don't then make it into the game, and now we can put them in the game. In addition, give you extra challenges, extra rewards, and things like that. So it's going to expand on the whole Road to Hell narrative as the event goes. Another reason we're really excited for this is that this is a way to kind of keep the event in the game even after the event is over. So if you're new to Hunt, or if you are busy and have to miss this event, you know, those rewards and challenges will still be there for you attached to the story event, and so will the story itself. So if you're interested in story, then you can kind of read through and piece together what happened. The premium story challenge is called Let Us Pray, and that one is also a little bit tied to this event, which I'll get into, but it's also an opportunity to just dive deeper into the Hunt world in general.
Oh, dude, I didn't even realize
But
it's
first,
2
let's
story
talk about the
challenges.
Regiment's Last Stand a bit more.
Yes.
There's
so
a free
this
one and a
follows
premium
some hunters
one.
you may be familiar
Hell
with. Yeah, Ambrose is
My
back.
guy, Ambrose.
I just got very fond of him
Ambrose!
while writing. His tone turned out very no nonsense and very tired. Ambrose Hazen and Otis Blackwell, they have joined the 26th Regiment because Otis, in his backstory, is a veteran. And so when the 26th come in, they think, all right, this is great. There's more manpower, some guns, some order, and this is what we need to be able to fight corruption. finally. And of course, it does not go
The
that
balloon
well,
thing may
so
make
they
you
get
play it
front row
again.
tickets to the madness.
Hey, I'll take it.
But we want this to add a little more depth to the whole like stronghold disaster. You see it from Ambrose's point of view.
It seems interesting,
This was a
for
really
sure.
fun opportunity for us to start kind of making things in the level that would appear in the story challenge and vice versa. So we worked closely with level design team. Like Ambrose will write about these altars and these rituals that Sergeant Riggins is putting on, and they're in the game. You've probably found them in the strongholds, like the guns arranged so nicely. That was also a fun moment when we were designing them. It was a concern if people would get confused if they saw guns used as dressing, and would they want to pick up the gun? And then Rohan and I looked at each other and we're like, let's let him pick up the gun.
Yeah, absolutely.
Have one bullet in it. It's a little ritual that they did.
And now you can interact with it if you want to. Free shot. Another thing we did was work really closely with live design, who worked super hard on the challenges, and we want to be able to bring some more theming into the challenges. So in the
Yes,
regiment's
good.
stand, you'll have some that work around using the balloon, extracting cargo with
Yeah,
the
man.
balloon, and we want you to feel like you are kind of getting used to it along with Ambrose, right? Like
You
he's a
should make
hunter
your
and you're
challenges
bloodline,
relevant to the story.
Yeah, so why don't we actually look at
Don't just make it kill a
as
meathead.
well, all the rewards that people can earn.
Ooh.
Yes. So the rewards for the story challenge, you will get 3 hunter skins: Ambrose Hazen Enlisted, Ambrose Hazen Officer, and Otis Blackwell Warhorse. Older players may recognize these skins. They are from way back, and now they have been re-added to the game. They've been reworked and polished, and you can have them for free via the story challenge. You'll also
Free.
get
These
the
are
player
free
profile
skins.
title, earn their stripes, and an Ambrose avatar, and some progression rewards.
They're pretty
as well
cool.
as a new weapon
Very
skin and
hunty.
charm. Can we look at him?
Yeah.
Weapon skin and
So,
charm. Ooh.
The intrinsic
Interesting.
for the uppercut precision, which is my favorite regular uppercut skin actually. So really happy to see
Definitely
it.
different. I like it
Super
for the
cool.
difference.
And then we also have the buckle up charm.
Like 3 skulls.
Yeah,
That's good.
That's cool.
very cool. But why don't we talk
What's it
about the
attached to?
premium story challenge as well, which is
All
not
right,
a
premium
story.
story.
Yes,
This is the
this one
spear
centers
skin.
around the hunter Marrowhawk. She is connected to Skulltaker, and their backstory is that they hunt together for a while and then they part ways. Their styles are too different because Skulltaker likes his prey live, and Marrowhawk likes her prey super dead, like way too dead. And so we were inspired in creating her story by her design. You'll see it on the next slide, but it's very huntress-y and has these kind of vulture motifs, these birds of carrion. And we thought this would be a great addition to the Road to Hell story.
I don't know. I didn't
there's
catch
gonna
her
be-
title.
This is the time for battlefields, and that's where bodies go.
She does
and then
seem a
that's
bit
where
more
vultures
narrative
go, and
focused,
that's where
though.
Marrowhawk shows up. We were also really thinking about old Sergeant Riggins there eating the corrupted meat, force feeding his comrades the
Having a
corrupted
good
meat.
time, man. What you got against it?
And we had to ask the question of what happens to you. Like if you're hunting in this area and you kill something that's corrupted and you eat that because you eat what you kill, what happens to you? And Marrowhawk is about to find out, and we're going to find out with her. And if you make it to the end, we've put in like a special little lore bit about the spider and its webs, if you can pass all the challenges and get there. But I will leave that for you guys to find.
Absolutely. But let's look at the rewards on the hunter you were talking about as well.
Very interesting
She
design.
is. You will get her legendary hunter skin. You will also get a throwing spear equipment animation,
Spear,
eye
spear,
on the
spear,
target,
spear,
and
spear.
then you will get a Marrowhawk avatar, frame, and a badge for your player profile card.
And
Nice
of
spear
course,
skin.
you do get some skins as well. So it's not just the throwing spear animation, but you do get the throwing spear as well.
This
So
would enhance the caveman runs.
and
Ooh,
the baneful,
I like.
snarl
Shame I don't like
or
the sparks, but I like
so
that
it is for
skin.
the variants that you see on this screen.
All 3 variants.
Yeah, so silencer, the scopy one, the sniper.
Scopy one.
I'm really bad with the scope name.
Scopy Sparks.
Scopy Sparks.
It's the new name. We're changing it.
Officially, yeah. But yeah, you get all 3 of them, and then
That's cool.
you also get a charm in this story challenge
Sure.
as well, which is called.
At least it's all one theme.
It's the first thing Marrowhawk
At least
ever
it's all one
killed,
theme.
and now it's a charm.
Like what was it?
How charming.
Dennis is still here. You can see his mouth. He's saying,
I got a thumbs up. Yeah. Yes. I
Ben's
got it.
just not got commission for that.
But as I mentioned, we also have a new DLC in the update called.
Is this?
The hunter is called the
Yeah.
mercenary, but the DLC itself is called
Camo.
Vice Renegade, and you can actually wishlist it right now already. So make sure to check it out in the store.
me a second.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you. We already have the first wish list.
Hell yeah.
But let's talk about what's in it.
Yes, so we will get the mercenary. Her backstory was actually another one inspired by the hunter design, where we saw this concept and the military camo, but she was a woman, and we realized, obviously in the U.S. Army at the time, women were not combatants, but we decided we would go with another historical route, which is all of the accounts throughout history, through different cultures and time periods of women who disguised themselves as men in order to join up as combatants. And so that's what the backstory we went for. Miriam Conley, she joins the 26th Regiment back before they break away from the army. She's under Commander Whitlaw, and she leaves with him for their new mission. And she's one of the first people, once he starts getting paranoid and it starts really getting to him out there, to try and pull him aside and say, hey, this is not working. I don't like what this is bringing out in you, and to warn him that something is wrong here and something's wrong within the unit. And the corruption has just magnified his weaknesses as a leader. So instead of taking this feedback seriously, what he does is turn his gun against her. And so she deserts and she flees and just becomes a mercenary. She'll fight for herself now, and she's in a pretty good position with the rest of the independent hunters because she knows how the 26 works and can sell those secrets.
And just to highlight it, that this DLC will also include the avatar for it, which is the actual first DLC.
Of course, they should. What do you mean?
We'll talk about the old DLC.
I think they were going to be retro given.
First, let's look at the other weapons included in the DLC as well.
Pretty.
Yeah, so we have Unseen Reason,
those
which is
lovers.
Yeah. Dennis hinted it.
Yes.
Our Lebel stands. Come
Looks
on,
pretty.
Keep going.
They love it. Then we have
dude, chill with the sparks, man.
Mark, which is for the sparks pistol and the silencer.
4 spark skins coming.
Really cool. And then you have a knuckle
That's cool.
knife. You can run. You had a story for that as well.
I just love this name. I want to shout out.
Yeah.
I didn't write it, so it's not vain, but shout out to Amy. Great work, Amy. I love that in this name, when you say you can run, you always hear that voice continuing, but you can't hide. I thought that was good.
It's cool.
Yeah, and with that, we are at the end of the DLC segment, and we will be talking about...
Lebel has some very cool skins, absolutely.
But let's look at the DLC video first. And Devon, thank you so much for all the narrative and the fun inside as well. It was so nice to have you on.
Let's be here. See you guys.
See you.
Yeah, especially for this event, how can you replace it? These are cool skins though, but a bit too much love for the sparks. But whatever, that's fine.
Right, while we were talking about it, I already read the chat and people are like, oh, we don't have the avatars for the old DLCs. It kind of sucks. Well, now we have some
No one
new
was saying that in
this
chat.
update, so
No one
what
was
are we
saying
doing
that.
here, Dennis?
First off, Benza.
Yeah.
Scopy sparks.
Dennis.
It's real.
I think actually you have to change it in the game to that now. I think sniper is too hard to remember.
Scopy. What about marksman then? Scopy.
Small little scopy, and then
the dead eye. Yeah.
Dead eye, medium scopy.
All right. Yeah, so player profile avatars. It's something that we've been talking about for a long time now, that we have this backlog, this back catalog to fill up.
Yes.
Many of you guys waiting for getting like finally access to the avatars of the hunters you play a lot. Obviously, once you do, that will add so much more meaning to the whole like player profile cards for you, because you can express yourself, you can express with the same hunter, etc. So we're getting one step closer to that one. We're starting to fill up the backlog now, and with this update, we are having 22 DLC avatars that we're adding in one big batch. And the great thing is that if you own the DLC, well, you own the avatar right now then, once the update is live, obviously. Yeah. But like, you don't have to pay for them. They're basically part of the DLC packages now. And if you already own the DLC, you get access to them right away. You can equip them and have fun with them. And I think that's very, very important.
Yeah, so it's 22 DLCs, but some have multiple hunters. So in total, 25 hunters.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's take a look at them. And someone was like, Lilith, finally, maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah.
So that's the first batch here.
Yeah.
So we see like the Bone Doctor, the Weird Sister, the Phantom,
Who's Lilith?
Corona's Heir, and the Research getting theirs. Finally, like the old school ones.
Yeah.
Super cool.
Another rat.
And then
Joey skin.
the Revenant, the Ronan, Carter. trick shooter. Again,
Ah!
like really
Monroe!
nice community picture
Ah!
with
Get
training
him
on the field there,
away!
together with
Get him
Kate, there's a girls
away!
one. Then North Star, the Sovereign, the Prodigal Daughter,
Please.
and Monroe.
We can
Monroe.
read.
And again, shout out to Amy. Because she was like, yes, Monroe.
They're just
maybe
giving
I
us
need
the
to switch my
avatars.
avatar
If you
for
own
her.
the DLC, you will own the
I
avatar.
also love
But there's
Monroe.
more.
There is
But wait,
more.
but there's more.
So many.
They're gonna show us all 22.
But we're also getting the Reptilian, the Turncoats, the Reaper, Ghostface,
Oh, that's
the Angel
Lilith.
of Death,
Okay.
Lilith,
Lilith. Yeah.
Trésor, Lady Lewis, the Ironclad,
Ah.
and the Mercenary, of course, being the new one.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so finally it is complete. The DLCs are there. I know that a lot of people ask for it, and it will also bring so much variety to profiles now.
So
I
it's
think.
the first step. There will be obviously more badges coming in the
Yep.
future. We want to complete the entire backlog catalog so that everybody can just really use the
Yeah.
ones from the hunters they really cherish and enjoy using. But step by step with every update, we want.
It
to
seems
release more
weird why it
badges.
takes so long because
Absolutely,
it's
and,
just the
just in general
art
for
that's
people to see,
already
because I do
there.
see
I
some
don't
questions
get why
like,
it takes
"Oh,
them
but
so long
when
to
is- when do
translate
I-
to
when
an
can I get,
avatar.
like, a tracker for this. That's also something we are constantly working on, adding more and more.
Yeah.
We also did some with 2.8 already, so you can expect that in the future too. And with that, we arrive to the end of our content for chapter 2 of Road to Hell.
That's it.
And maybe let's start looking at the Q&A segment of the stream
it.
and answering some more of your questions that we couldn't until now.
See if there's any interesting
let
questions
me
for a
just
sec, but
open the questions here
I
as well.
doubt there will be. There never usually is. Well, that was cool.
You're our connection to the outside world there, Ben.
Yeah, we don't know.
I'm
We
connected.
rely on you.
I can make up questions.
My eyes are so bad I can't see anything on the prompter when it comes to the chat.
Yeah, I just had to because like our lovely community managers already collected a lot during the stream, but some were actually already answered. First of all, I think you mentioned this, but maybe we can say again how many balloons spawn on the map.
There's one balloon at the one stronghold that's spawned.
No, I'm out of here. I'm tired. I'm
It's an
hungry. It's
upgrade
hot.
to
I
the
don't care about this
stronghold,
Q&A.
stronghold is the balloons.
I won't have anything to add to anyway, so you guys can watch that if you want. We're gonna go raid somebody. We'll see who's around. It was a fun day. But I'm tired and hot and hungry, so we're gonna get out of here. Probably we'll be back tomorrow, I guess, with some more hunt. Who knows? Probably Mecha Chameleon. If not tomorrow, then Saturday. We'll see when other people can do. Let's go say hey to Pancake was here earlier. Let's go say hey to Pancake. They're actually playing Hunt. They're one of the few people who are playing Hunt at the moment. So let's go say hey over there. And I'll see you guys when I see you guys probably tomorrow. Thanks for hanging out. Sorry, the stream was a bit rough today. See ya.